KBN on 94.5 ESPN, the Wisconsin On Demand app, and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
It's a great day to be alive on this Tuesday. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. My name is Ben Brust, alongside Kyle Willis. He's our Packer owner. Say something, Kyle.
It's Tuesday.
Yes, we just said that. Yeah.
Turn up on a Tuesday.
I'm still waiting for the day that he gives me something other than just repeating the day.
Turn up on a Tuesday. Almost over the hump. It's Thirsty Thursday.
What am I supposed to say?
I believe yesterday was it's another great Victory Monday.
What am I supposed to say? It is Tuesday. It's time to turn up.
You know what I've been thinking? Like just something thought-provoking.
Kyle's that manager that walks in on the coworkers and be like, hey, it's Turn Up Tuesday, everybody. And it's like, all right, here we go.
I'm going to a concert tonight, so I am turning up on a Tuesday. T Grizzly.
Cool.
No idea.
Never heard of T Grizzly.
Strofe.
Cash Doll.
You know who T Grizzly is. Oh, come on.
I might know one song.
First Day Out.
Sing it.
No.
Yep, praying on my downfall. You know they praying on my downfall.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. Exactly.
Where's that at?
Where's that at? It's at the Riverside Theater tonight. Free concert.
Of course it's free. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter, a guy who also loves free things.
Oh, love free things.
Does anybody love free things more than our two guys here?
Did you see the free things that were delivered into our freezer? We're going to be there Friday at Palermo's. Palermo's pizzas in our freezers here.
I did.
You guys know the usual route I take. Usually just right out the door.
Somebody's making a little pit stop upstairs.
You're coming upstairs with us, huh?
Upstairs with you guys. How about that?
It was nice of Brad to make an appearance upstairs after last week. He did not help his team decorate their Halloween conference room.
I heard they did a great job, though. Great job.
Did you even go upstairs to look at it?
What was your team's theme?
The Bucks. Go Bucks.
Oh, the Bucks.
That was
the 1-3 Milwaukee Bucks.
That was the worst one.
It was the worst one?
Without a doubt.
Oh wow!
It was behind Stropes, which
I guess, mine was rough.
Yeah,
I was probably second or third worst, but the Bucks one was certainly last place.
Did you end up doing yours all alone?
No, I ended up getting a little bit of help.
Wow, I couldn't even imagine trying to conquer decorating something. No, I have no.
Leave it all to Lexi.
No vision at all. 100%. Lexi, you got it, babe.
I just find it interesting that I'm the free food guy, but Brad doesn't like going upstairs after 5. But for some free Palermo's, which is worth it, you're going upstairs today.
Yes, I am.
Again, I'm not.
Yes, I am.
Consider me shocked.
And
this is my shocked
But this is the one day how much I want Palermo's, as Brad knows. I
feel shocked. Thank you, Brad. Alex Strofe running the show, UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. And on YouTube, you can see our beautiful faces. ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison. Mad City Brew chimes in right away. LOL, it's almost 80 degrees in Milwaukee, and Kyle Wallace is dressing like it's 50 outside.
In my defense, is it not cold in this office?
You know what? I did make that comment. I am dressed like it is 80 outside, but I was a little chilly in here. A little chilly.
This office has a weird way of being like the dichotomy to whatever's outside. When it's hot outside, it's cold in here. Cold outside, hot in here.
Isn't that how all places work?
But it's extremely cold.
Yeah.
It is to an extreme, but
I'm just impressed by the use of the word dichotomy.
Yeah,
I was going to try antithesis again, but I was scared I was going to mess it up. I nailed it there, so I'm not going to try and go back and get the record scratch from Strofe.
I actually went outside today to catch the sun a little bit because by the time we get done,
you're sweating?
No, by the time we get, I just need the warmth. My hands are freezing.
Hands are cold.
I told you. I get very cold around here. I'm not built for cold weather. If you guys didn't know it, my lineage, history, heritage makes me a little bit more accustomed to the sun.
Is that? I'm going to leave that one alone.
It's the truth. I'm not built for this weather. Don't you know where I come from?
Earlier this morning on Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Wisconsin in the mornings, 5 to 7 on 94.5 ESPN, 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN Madison. Oh, man. Really happy to hear from Adam Schefter earlier talking about the status of what looks like Jordan Love for Sunday's game against the Detroit Lions with our guys, Evan, Canty, and Michelle.
He came out better in testing than I think everybody hoped he would. I believe he's going to play on Sunday. I believe he'll be out there. That injury was not significant enough to prevent him from playing what is going to be a huge key game that could help decide the NFC North. And again, I think they were fortunate that it wasn't worse. They're being called day to day. But my guess today on Tuesday at 8:07 Eastern, my guess is Jordan Love will make it back and play.
Here's what I'll say to this, and that was Adam Schefter on Sportsman across ESPN Radio and ESPN Wisconsin's in the morning. Adam Schefter doesn't just say things to say things. You may not like him. I don't care. But on Tuesday to go on a morning radio show, he had to have gotten information from somebody to tell you that he's going to be playing on Sunday, which is exciting to me because yesterday we had the minor debate, right? And look, we didn't barely talk about the Jaguars game, and I'm kind of happy about that because I am very, very excited for the 325 matchup. The Packers, who are in second place in the division, 6-2, against the 6-1 Detroit Lions, who are in first place because they already had their bye. I'm excited for this. And if Jordan Love plays, you're saying, hey, we want this. We want the division means something. We're playing for a 1 seed in the NFC. All the power rankings across the NFL have the Lions as the best team in the NFC and the Packers in the second best team in the NFC. Did I say NFC North? No, I said in the NFC. So the idea that Adam Schefter's giving me optimism that Jordan Love will play excites me about this matchup because I want to see the Packers take the North.
Listen, I understand the excitement as the immediate reaction, and you're totally right about Adam Schefter. He's a journalist, like a capital J journalist. He'll only say something if it's sourced, if it's credible.
He didn't even source it.
No, well, and that's his like full MO is like not being a hot take guy of reporting the news and reporting the updates. So it leads me to believe Jordan Love's going to play, but you know how it makes me feel? It makes me nervous. I'm going to be watching that game on Sunday, like holding my breath a little bit. I'm going to be a little bit at the edge of my seat because I know that any pivot, any cut, anything like that could make a strained, tight groin and maybe other muscles overcompensating make something go poop.
Stop with that!
And then all of a sudden,
what the hell was that?
But I'm nervous.
I don't like that energy, Brad, either. I'm with Ben on that. And
what was that?
I'm being honest.
I don't need you to
KBN
speak it into existence like that. That's what we knock on wood. I always tell you.
By saying it,
why aren't you
we
knocking?
undo it. I'm knocking.
I don't give a damn what you got to say. I need you to knock first, and you continue.
But you're not nervous.
You need to knock on wood more than the woodpecker that destroyed my own home knocked on my wood.
You're not nervous at all, knowing that it's a muscular strain that he's going to go out there and something worse going to happen. It makes me nervous. This is why I was more sort of like, you should probably sit and get 20 days of rest.
For me, I'm right there with you. I am concerned, and I don't give a dang what Shefty has to say. I'm just waiting until this actually, as we progress through the week, when he goes through practice, because they do practice tomorrow, exactly what the update is day to day for that. Because at the end of the day, for me, if Jordan Love is not comfortable in the pocket where he cannot be himself, there's no reason to put him out there because I don't want to risk. It's one game. I don't want to risk his health for the rest of the season over one game. I understand what is at stake on Sunday, but more importantly, what will be at stake is the health of Jordan Love. And so at the end of the day, I would prefer Malik Willis be out there 100% healthy than try to risk Jordan Love and allow for Jordan Love to rehab not only his groin, but also rehab his knee and let his body and mentally and physically just be right in order for the long stretch of the season. So that's what I'm more focused and concerned about. So if he's right and he feels healthy, I trust the medical team to put Jordan Love first and do the decision that's right for him. And overall, if it is playing, then cool. But if he's not right, I don't want us to think about, play through the pain. No. Sit out. Let's wait. We'll get our shot.
You're still on Mr. Sit Out right now?
Oh, I'm still just sit out. Like I said, I don't care what Shefty has to say. I want the Green Bay Packers to put themselves in a position for the future of this season. Sunday is not everything. It is just a moment in time.
All right. Well, Mike7896 on YouTube chimes in. I'm more nervous about the defense being able to stop Detroit enough for us to win than I am who is starting at quarterback. Is Mike a ball knower or what?
I mean, that's true, though. That's true, because that offense that Detroit has is...
But that goes to the exact same conversation. If this is going to be a game, the Packers aren't winning. Like, Kyle, you're laying down to the Detroit Lions if you say Malik Willis is going to play.
You're absolutely not.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
You're being smart.
But I'm saying it's a win. You might as well mark it up as a win. Because Malik Willis ain't beating the Lions.
We talked about this before. Why are we acting like this team, the Green Bay Packers, have proven that they can be an okay football team with Malik Willis?
Okay.
An
okay football team is not being the best team in the NFL.
This Detroit Lions defense is not a powerhouse defense. Like I said yesterday, I trust in Matt LaFleur, and from what we have seen from Malik, there is nothing that he has displayed this year to prove to you that he cannot go out there and still make this football team competitive. Every time he has stepped on this football field, you have felt good. He's played so well that some fans, not all fans, a very small minority of fans are talking about, well, maybe we should have Malik Willis out there, or maybe Malik Willis should have a package, that they said yesterday. That just shows you the confidence that people have in Malik. I do understand we're at a disadvantage not having Jordan Love because of how good he is, but I feel like Malik Willis being out there, there's a drop-off, but not a huge significant drop-off because of the cheat code, Matt LaFleur.
Can I pose a statement to you guys?
Please
if the Titans game and this Lions game were switched, I think that changes who plays quarterback. I think if the Lions game was the second week that Love was out, I think he would have tried to push it and tried to play. If it was this week and Jordan Love had the same injury, it's like a day-to-day strained groin, I bet you'd be Malik Willis. What I'm trying to say is who your opponent is, I think it matters. I think it makes you more likely to push him into playing or to be like, hey, this is a lower opponent. Let's just hold him back and put Malik Willis out there. That's what concerns me, is that they might try to see this game as what it is. It's the biggest game of the year. It's number 1 and number 2 in the NFC. Yeah, that's right. I put the Packers above the Vikings in my new power rankings.
Why are you trying to overcompensate?
No, but they are. They are. Last week they weren't, but this week they are. But my concern is who you play
after 52 points.
Yes, who you
weird
play
timing
will dictate maybe some of these decisions. And because it's such a big game, that might cloud the vision, or at least push Jordan Love back slightly sooner than he normally would.
He's a competitor. Kyle, you sound like a guy who played Division II football.
Division III, thank you very much.
Whatever. You're making my point for me. No. Jordan Love is a competitor. He understands that if he is not able to go, he won't go. But based off what we heard from Adam Schefter on Unsportsmanlike, they avoided a very serious injury.
Which is great. Let's keep avoiding very serious things. And overall, again, this is where we differ. We both
don't want to win a football game.
No, we both want
you don't care about this game.
No, see, this is the difference. See, I believe in the Green Bay Packers. See, I believe in that G. You see this little helmet here? It's kind of weird because it's a Batman G here. This is a helmet that I have in my hand. It has a G on it for the Green Bay Packers.
Kyle.
Okay? I believe in the G. I believe that with this defense, if they are locked in and focused, they understand the task at hand. If they know that this game falls on us, we need to make sure that the offense doesn't need to score 32 points, 35
All right,
points,
Strophy, let's pull it. Kyle Wallace believes that if Malik Willis started, the Packers could still, I don't even like the word could, the Packers would still beat the Lions. Do you agree or disagree? We'll see how much Packer backer there is behind the statement that you make.
I believe the Packers can still beat the Lions.
Can versus will is different.
Well, they can't. You can't say they will beat them with Jordan Love. We're still skeptical about that.
They have a much better chance.
I agree.
Do they have a 50% chance to beat the Lions with Malik Willis? Because I wouldn't go that far.
No, I wouldn't go 50%. I think going into the game overall, we're probably looking at home, it's probably 50-50 against the Lions because how good the Lions are.
With Jordan Love?
With Jordan Love. But probably now you're probably looking at a drop off of maybe 10%.
No, it's more than that.
No, it's not more than that. It's not more than that.
Malik Willis is good, but he's not Jordan Love.
I'm disappointed in both of you, especially you, Brad, because you played in a lot of football games. You watched a lot of football games on the sidelines, and you played in a lot, and you got to see up close and personal.
I watched 90% of the game.
Exactly, and so what I'm saying is this: if the Green Bay Packers have a quarterback in Malik Willis and a running back in Josh Jacobs, one thing they've been able to do, they've been able to control the clock. They've been able to control the ball, time of possession. So if the Green Bay Packers can keep that offense off the field, they're able to run the ball and keep the clock ticking. They can reduce the number of possessions that the Lions have, which takes away the amount of times that the Lions have to score. But on top of that,
you know who they were able to do that against? Dog water teams. Diana McGuanago, Kyle's number one fan. You're up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Okay, I have a couple questions for you, so Ben, don't hang up on me.
I don't have control over that. That's all Strofe.
He told me it's you. But anyhow, first of all, the Lions are not the best in the NFL because I called in yesterday when Strofe was on for Homer and him and Brian were on, but I wasn't able to hold on the line. First of all, the Lions are not the best team in the NFL. Kansas City is.
Okay.
And here's my thought I actually agree with Kyle because I get it. This is a really big game for Green Bay, but if you let Jordan play and he gets hurt even worse than what he is right now, what good is he to us later on when we really need him when we get closer to the playoffs?
Appreciate
I think
the
they
call.
should let Malik play. Yep.
Thank you, Diana. 800-990-3776. I feel like this is the softest I've seen Packer fans in a long time.
Stop.
No, this is soft. This is soft.
You're
If Jordan Love can play, you got to play the number one team in your division when you're fighting for a number one seed as the second best team in the NFC.
This boy's scared.
Why are we treating this like... I'm scared?
If he's out for 6 weeks...
I'm scared?
Yeah,
You're the one who wants to lay down, let the Lions run for 1,000 yards and try and make Malik Willis throw for 400 yards.
Jordan Love ain't playing D tackle. Malik Willis ain't playing D tackle. What mean they run for 1,000 yards?
Very simply put, do the Packers have a
better?
better chance to win with Love or Willis?
They have a better chance with Love.
Done.
I need Love
End
to
of
be
conversation.
healthy. I
But
need
there's a high
Love
level
healthy.
of risk.
990-3776. I feel like I'm living in crazy world right now. Kyle Brust
You
and
are,
Nortman
but that
across
mind is crazy.
ESPN Wisconsin. Strofer?
That was good.
We'll be back. We'll be
This
back.
is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
You agree with me?
I mean,
Lola Bunny on your algorithm
I'm just-
shaking her butt?
It's people on my Facebook sharing stuff, and I'm like, you know what? Lola the Bunny was kind of strapped.
Okay, here's as far as I'm... All I'll be able to say is I get why Bugs was so love drunk over Lola. I get it.
Thank
That's
you.
as far as I can go to you.
Look at this. Look at this. Google Lola the Bunny.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
What's going on, Hoops fans? It's Ben Brust from Kyle Brust and Nortman. The season is back, and that means it's Palermo's tip-off week here on 94.5 ESPN. Big shows, big guests, and big prizes are here for the season starting. When the Bucks win their first game, you can win up to 10 free pizzas. Just sign up after the final buzzer. Watch and win big during Palermo's tip-off week on 94.5 ESPN. Full contest and big week details at ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Happy basketball season from 94.5 ESPN and Palermo's Pizza.
This is Matt Meitner, owner of Sit Means Sit Dog Training. Do you find yourself talking to your dog but feel like she's not listening to you?
Bella, sit!
Are you constantly repeating yourself but she's not following your directions?
Sit! Sit!
Frustrating, isn't it? At Sit Means Sit Dog Training, we want to help you have a happy, confident, and obedient dog, and we also want to make the training process an enjoyable and worthwhile experience. Contact Sit Means Sit today to schedule a free consultation so we can create a customized training program so you are able to have the dog you want and deserve.
Sit means sit dog training. Sorry, we don't train husbands, wives, or kids.
The 23rd annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp Literacy's yearly fundraiser will happen on October 30th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Pfister Hotel. The program will feature a presentation with Code Baby CEO Nori Daroga and elementary students, dinner and a voice auction. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp STEAM-based education programs to thousands of K-3 through 5th graders and educators across the Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine areas. Find tickets to October 30th's A Novel event at sharpliteracy.org. Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee. Want that mirror finish on your car? You need Z-Gloss by Z-Bart. Z-Gloss is a 3-layer ceramic coating that not only gives your car that mirror finish, it protects it from everything that Mother Nature can throw at it. Visit zbart.com for more information.
Brandon McManus delivers a walk-off field goal once again as the Pack take down the Jaguars 30-27 in Jacksonville. Malik Willis had to enter the game for an injured Jordan Love late and executed a nearly flawless 2-minute drill to lead the game-winning drive.
How Matt's calling it, just trying to understand that he's calling each play with a purpose and try to think on the same page as him as far as what we're trying to do with whatever play we call.
So a huge matchup now in Green Bay on Sunday afternoon, a 3:25 kickoff as the Pack hosts the first-place Detroit Lions.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Z-Bart of Greater Milwaukee.
They say seeing is believing. And when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Do you remember that electric moment when you suddenly realized that she was the one?
The one you were going to love forever.
The one you'd been waiting your whole life to meet.
She is the one.
The one.
Now it's time to find the one engagement ring that sparkles like she does.
Come to Kessler's Diamonds. We have a collection of incredibly special diamond engagement rings called the One Collection.
You need one special engagement ring for the one woman you will ever love.
Kessler's Diamonds is the one jewelry store where you can find the One Collection.
And Kessler's is the one store that offers the world-famous, no excuses, no fine print, lifetime warranty on every diamond engagement ring we sell.
We have the freedom to do this for you because Kessler's Diamonds is the one diamond store owned by its employees.
The One Collection starts at just $550.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Find the Kessler's nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
I don't know what is going on right now. The Green Bay Packers had a Hall of Famer in Brett Favre who played through everything, sometimes to his own fault. Aaron Rodgers, unless he was out for the season, battled through everything. And now that this is the first year that Love is signed to a big contract, it's, protect him at all costs. This is a massive game. If Jordan Love can step on that field, you cannot convince me that Malik Willis gives the Packers a better chance to win this football game against what I believe is the best team in the NFL. You are fighting for a 1 seed in the NFC. You are fighting for the NFC North, and it is so backwards in my mind to think that Malik Willis would give you a better chance to win. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, who believes that it is the case that Malik Willis can give the Packers a better chance to win.
A hobbled Jordan Love versus a fully... And last week we saw against the game against the Jaguars, Jordan Love looked hobbled, did he not, in that game?
He didn't quite have his fastball.
He didn't seem right. Do we want somebody that doesn't seem right to be thrown on the football field against the Lions? Absolutely not. We saw when Malik Willis came in that game, the offense was able to look better. He was able to lead the Green Bay Packers to victory. And again, I understand there was a clear drop-off between Malik and Jordan Love, but when it comes down to this, if Jordan Love is going to look hobbled on Sunday, throw Malik out there because he's proven what he can do.
Not against a team like the Detroit Lions. The Jaguars, the Titans, and the Colts are not the Detroit Lions. Let's go to Jeff and Madison, 800-990-3776. You're up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Yeah, I don't lean into QBRs as the end-all, be-all, but 73.3 really... Just looking at the data, that doesn't feel right. 14 at 22 a pick. Come on now. The guy was a shadow of himself, and frankly, he has not been himself all year. I've had an MCL tear. I'm sure someone on the other side of this phone call's had one. They're not structurally an issue, but they remind you all the time that you're in pain. I don't buy that the groin was the whole thing. But he originally was hobbled when he came down on his left knee funny, and he never looked right after that. And then he gets bumped off platform post-throw.
Oh, Alex Strofe with the quick hook. Or did he
not
just...
been able to throw...
We did lose you for a second, Jeff.
Yeah, you got me back?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
He's not throwing strong on platform. There was one quarterback, too, that could throw off their back foot in protection of one of their limbs, and that was 4 and 12. That is not 10, although he does make nice off-platform throws when he's healthy.
Yeah, and appreciate the call. We got to keep moving. 800-990-3776.
Kyle, hold on, just real quick. I need to acknowledge something that just happened there. How quick were you to throw me under the bus for something I didn't even do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Quick hook there, Stroh.
Jeez.
Yeah, you're. I'm just fired up right now. Go ahead, guys. He had an MCL injury, so he knows what Jordan Love's going through.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jordan Love all year hasn't looked quite like himself. That Arizona game was the first game where I'm like, okay, he looks healthy, he looks in rhythm, he looks good to go. But the minute Jordan Love doesn't feel like himself, he doesn't quite bring the same juice and fastball that he once did. That's why I'm looking at this game thinking, I do think an injured Jordan Love still gives you a better chance than Malik Willis. I'm just looking at it from a risk standpoint. If anything happens to make this injury worse and he's out for a month, season's over. And I mean, season's over with the stretch that's coming up after the bye.
I 100% agree with you,
I
Bradley.
know you do.
Yeah.
I know you. You're Brad's mouthpiece right now.
I like Brad. Me and Brad understand knee pain. We both tore our ACL.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, you tore yours?
Freshman year of high school. Playing linebacker. I was like, ooh, I should learn to punt.
Planting leg or punting leg?
Plant leg. Plant leg.
That's good.
Better or worse for a punter?
You
don't care. Brett Madison, you're up.
Hooah! 50-50 straight across the board in the studio, it sounds like. So I'm going to jump on board here, and I'm going to say, look, Malik Willis is probably going to get the majority of the practice reps this week. I'm sure you guys will probably agree with that. And it's probably going to be a game-time situation where whether or not Jordan starts the game or he's on the sidelines, and in case Malik Willis isn't able to go through the game where he's fumbling or throwing his first interception. So I'm guessing Malik Willis is going to get us all the practice reps, and they're going to wait till a game-time situation to see whether or not Jordan Love can actually, quote-unquote, protect himself in the game. If he can't do that, Malik Willis is going to play, and Jordan is going to be the backup quarterback for the game. That's all I got, guys. We'll see what happens.
No, we appreciate it, and there's a lot to figure out here, right? It's Tuesday. The Packers will go on field Wednesday, and we'll be able to figure out what the limited participation means for Jordan Love. If he's able to take all the reps with the first team, is he splitting all the reps? We're going to find out a hell of a lot more information.
Right. Amount of it you're going to find out.
Why are you doing that?
Because I like when he said it. Is it just me impulsive that wanted to say it?
Brad had a little Hulk Hogan in him. I liked it.
Yeah, I kind of like bowed up a little bit when I heard that. Like, let's go.
I was like, we about to fight?
Yeah, okay. Hey, here we go. Tuesday, baby. Let's do this.
I like that.
He makes a good point though, because Malik Willis will get most of the practice reps. The thing about like a muscular injury like this, you don't really test it until you test it, which is going to be game day. They're not going to put him in a bad situation. So he might feel good.
So I was going to ask, Brad, because obviously you have the expertise. Sorry to cut you off. But will we see Love Friday? Would we see him in like a limited capacity, you think, if he was trending in the direction to play Sunday?
Yeah, I think he'd have to do something on Friday. I'm expecting really nothing on Wednesday. There's a chance for a limited participant on Thursday. But Friday, you got to do something, because Friday is pretty easy.
You want a full or you want a third?
I want a 30-second time here. It's Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin with Alex Stroh running the show. UKBN Nation will get to you, 800-990-3776. But Brad, you played in the NFL.
Yes.
In Week 9, if you were going against the number 1 team in the division and Cam was hobbled but had a chance to play, wouldn't you be like, Cam, like, if you can play, we need you. This is an indictment that all you guys are thinking about Jordan Love, that Malik Willis has a chance to help them beat the Lions when they are worlds apart. You know they're worlds apart. What the hell's going on with you?
I'm not sure I would be the one to deliver that message to Cam. But I believe that
you'd be thinking it.
There is a level of you know who Cam is, you know who Jordan Love is, you know he's doing everything he can to get on the field. You have to trust your coaches, trust the medical staff, and also trust your backup quarterback. The backup quarterback has a job, has a role for a reason, and you do think it's easy to get like lost in the week-to-week battle that is playing a team like Detroit. And this is the biggest game of the season. We can all agree on that, but the team is focused on more than just the regular season. So I think that there's an agreement that like we have to be our best when we need to be at our best.
I agree.
It doesn't necessarily need to happen Week 9. We need Jordan Love to be fully healthy because we're not seeing the Jordan Love of last year yet. I think a big part of that reason is he hasn't been 100% healthy all year.
Aaron in Fredonia chimes in 800-990-3776. I did mention Favre and Rodgers playing through a lot, but the drop-off from Love to Willis in LaFleur's offense isn't as drastic as Rodgers to others in McCarthy's offense.
True that.
My point to all of you is be careful what you wish for.
No, we're not wishing for this.
I'm not saying you're wishing for this. I'm using the example of utilizing your knowledge of what Malik Willis was against the Jaguars, the Colts, and the Titans versus going against a juggernaut in the NFL. Willis will be not the guy that you think he is. That is just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. Jason in Watertown, what do you got for us? 800-990-3776.
I got Malik Willis. I got Bruce Willis. I got what you talking about, Willis. These are the Packers. We are going to do this on Sunday.
Let's go.
Smoking on that Lions pack.
Yes, sir. I'm hyped up. It's only Tuesday.
You know what? Forget Jordan Love. Let's cut him. You know,
All
it's
right,
Malik
here we
Willis
go.
time. You know, that's how Kyle feels.
Can I say this?
No.
Kyle says cut Jordan Love and start Malik Willis.
He does not speak for me. I never came out my mouth.
You when you talk about Cam Newton and if Cam was beaten up, Cam was beaten up a bunch, right? I will say when he was fighting off nagging injuries, I think there was a cumulative feeling of the locker room and of the coaching staff, like bracing themselves, right? Where it's like you're watching Cam very closely. You're a little concerned. You're a little on edge because you feel like at any moment it could be made worse and you could lose your guy. So I think that's what I think of is more protecting your asset.
I hear you. I mean, you're Gen Z, Kyle's Gen Z, and Strofe is Gen Z, and all of the people that want to sit Jordan Love from Malik Willis are all Gen Z right now. It's crazy what happened to the Packer mind and wanting to win.
I don't know. I feel like KBN Nation, whether it's our great
Tim
callers,
in Milwaukee, 800-990.
Preach some more, Tim. Let
Here
him
we
know.
go. Preach, Tim.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, where'd he go? He gone.
We lost him?
Well, I don't know.
Tim, call back 800-990-3776. Now you back. You can go get him.
Tim must agree with you.
It's not Tim, somebody else.
I don't know. I'm just saying everybody's been preaching today, talking about the reasons why they
I'll
believe
get
that
through
this
all
Green
the
Bay
text. Don't worry.
We just trust the Green Bay Packers, and we trust what our eyes have shown us from Malik Willis. We understand he's limited, but in his limited amount of games that he has played, he's played well.
Is it more trust in Malik Willis or is it more concern for Jordan Love?
More concern for Jordan Love. I don't want him to, I honestly don't want Jordan Love to get any more hurt because I truly believe the Packers have an opportunity to do something special. And regardless of how well Malik Willis has looked in his opportunities, he ain't Jordan Love, and Jordan Love is the one that can get us to a Super Bowl.
Guys, we're going to talk more QBR here with Don and Madison. You're up on Kyle Brust and Nortman. I'm the old curmudgeon today.
Yeah, well, I mean, I know you're really high on, stats and all that kind of stuff, right? And I just want to ask you a question. Like, I mean, of QBs that have played 4 games this year, who has the highest QBR and highest quarterback rating?
Malik Willis
in the NFL.
Malik Willis. If you can believe that.
True?
Yes.
You know what? Like I said, let's give Malik Willis the $220 million deal, and let's eat the dead cap on Love. We got our guy. We got our guy
on Sunday if we need.
We got our guy.
One way or another, we got our guy.
We have 2 franchise quarterbacks sitting in 1265.
Guys.
Malik Willis's stats are pretty unbelievable. So he's right. So he leads the league in quarterback rating, QBR, and completion percentage.
Brad is dumb brain today.
No, I'm just saying it's kind of wild to think about.
Their game plan all 2.5 games he's played has been dink and dunk the crap out of him.
But you still have to appreciate how wild that is.
Jaden Reed 51 yards down the field. Absolutely.
Like, for those who don't think that Jordan Love couldn't have made the pass that Malik Willis made to Jaden Reed to lead them to that like, I'm just like, I'm losing
Jordan
it.
Love is exceedingly better.
I'm losing it. I'm going to go get a water. I need one. Kyle, tell us about Underdog.
Oh, I love telling everybody about Underdog, and I want you all right now to download the Underdog Fantasy Sports app or go to UnderdogFantasy.com and have fun playing Underdog Fantasy Sports. So if you're into sports just like I am, here's a way to win money while watching the sports that you love. So Underdog works like this. You select players from many different teams, and you select higher or lower on those player stats. And if your picks hit, so whether or not it's higher or lower on passing yards, higher or lower on touchdowns, higher or lower on three-pointers, if your picks hit, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Yes, you heard that. Cha-ching, up to 1,000 times your money, just choosing higher or lower on player stats while watching the games that you already brotherly love. I do it all the time, and I want you to do it as well. And because I love you, KBN Nation, they have a great sign-up offer for you. Yes, the sign-up offer now is you use promo code KBN. Yes, promo code KBN when you download the app and deposit now to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Yes, you can get up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit on the Underdog Fantasy Sports app, but you have to use promo code KBN. Believe me when I say this, watching games and playing Underdog Fantasy makes your life so much more fun, so get into it now. And always remember, it must be 18 or plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concern with your play. Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ntpgambling.org.
All right, I guess I'll just keep being the wrong guy in the building. 800-990-3776. I know that Gen Z comment hit a little hard on everybody. Rob, I didn't mean it, I swear. No, I meant it. More Kyle Brust and Nortman next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman.
That is completely unacceptable. It is unacceptable for a team to
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. Is acceptable? Unacceptable?
Unacceptable.
Unaccessible. Wait.
What?
Wait. My mind is
unacceptable.
Unacceptable. What did I say?
Unacceptable.
My mouth and brain
unacceptable.
Are like not
Unacceptable.
right
What did I say?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff, like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Road, just south of Buttes Road. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week, even Sundays. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Save big money on your next project right now at Menards, your plumbing headquarters. Menards carries everything you need for your bathroom remodel. The American Standard Encompass tall, elongated toilet features smooth sides for easy cleaning and ever-clean glaze to prevent bacteria, mold, and mildew on the surface. Save big on American Standard toilets, and don't forget to check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for all the great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
Dr. Chris Killian is joining me. Doctor, for people who do need some type of shoulder procedure, what's the benefit to having it done at OAW?
There's a vast array of shoulder issues that different patients can have, depending on what your age is, what your activity level is. So there are things such as unstable shoulders where the shoulder is dislocating, and there's a variety of treatments for that. Very, very common issue as people age are rotator cuff issues or arthritis. So we have pretty set and standard treatments that there is a difference when you come to us, especially, we do all arthroscopic rotator cuff repair surgeries, really advanced shoulder replacement surgeries where we use a navigation system when we perform the shoulder replacement that allows us to more accurately place the components that should hopefully then make them last longer. So we do have some very advanced options that are very unique to our group and allow us to kind of set ourselves apart compared to other people.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
Hi, Drew and Jonathan Scott here, reminding you that American Family Insurance agents can help build a customized renter's policy so you can protect stuff like this, or this, or even this. Well, case in point. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouth-watering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Fisco is always there for your auto body care. When accidents happen, Fisco Auto Body on Forest Home in Franklin is there when you need them. Got a broken mirror? They'll take care of it. Dented bumper? Scratch paint? Fisco Auto Body will take care of it. If there's any damage you need fixed, Fisco has you covered. Their expert workmanship is guaranteed for the life of your vehicle. So stop in for all of your auto bumps and dings. Once again, you know the line. That's Fisco.
Dr. Aaron Holtebeck and his team at Holtebeck Eye Center make vision care a top priority with the latest technologies at their state-of-the-art Brookfield office. Dr. Holtebeck has been helping local patients with their eye care needs for over 20 years. And now, Holtebeck Eye Center is excited to add Dr. Nausheen Abbas to their team. Dr. Abbas is an ophthalmologist and cornea specialist that is now available to see patients. Located in Brookfield near the corner of Calhoun and Capitol, learn more about their services at holtebeck.com.
Every child deserves a safe, loving, and permanent home. Help the Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption find families for children who've lingered in foster care the longest. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The Green Bay Packers are in second place in the NFC North, one game back of the first place Detroit Lions. The two best teams in the NFC set to square off 3:25 on Sunday. It's Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with Alex Strofe running the show. Kyle believes and Brad believes, and a lot of you believe that resting Jordan Love is the right decision for the long term.
Hold on real quick. I just got to butt in.
Go ahead.
So during the commercial break, I went out to get some water in our hallway here. Ben Brust happened to walk out of the studio at the same time. And when he walked out of the studio, he said this. I'm going to do my best Ben Brust impression. I'm losing my mind. This is football.
Yeah.
And then he just walked away.
It's football. This is football. Brad, you know this is football. We're kid glovesing this right now just a little bit.
I mean, listen, nobody's 100% at week 8. So there's a part of me that agrees with you, Ben. This is football. Everybody's got dings. Everybody's got nicks. Nobody feels good right now.
This is for the division.
It's not for the division.
There's a reason why there's a phrase, rub dirt on it and go for it.
But you can't.
And there's a reason why you play D3.
No, but you can't win the division in this week. You just can't. And I trust that the Green Bay Packers, with a healthy Jordan Love, will be able to win more games and lose games. And still, when we face the Lions, I believe it's like week 15 or something like that later on, sometime in November. But whenever we play the Lions again, I truly believe the Packers will be in a better position, definitely to be successful. Thank you. Week 14.
Tim in Milwaukee, you're up on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
Listen, guys, we don't pay someone that amount of money to sit on the bench. If he's able to go, he has to go. All props to Malik, props to the coaches on both ends of the ball to doing what they need to do to prepare. But Love is our guy. Love is getting that contract money for these type of games. There's no game more important than our division.
Yeah.
Real fan.
But don't you need to protect that investment? That $55 million a year man?
He said if he can play, he's got to go.
But
he's got to go out there.
That's a relative statement. If he can play. He could probably play, but, like, is it smart for him to play
He can play. A good callback to Kyle Wallace saying Christian Watson has a baroo.
Hey.
A baroo?
Christian has been a great team player. I like Christian Watson right now. I'm a big fan of his.
You should tweet his dad. Get on his good side. Justin in Illinois, you want to call me out? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, wasn't it you this time last year that was trying to figure out what quarterback they were going to take to replace Jordan Love?
I think he said it was this time last year we were thinking about the quarterback that we were looking to replace Jordan Love.
There was some.
He was struggling. It was Ben that was specifically looking for the quarterback.
This is bad revisionist history by Justin because everyone and their mother was pooping their pants when he was 2-5 and not looking good.
I pooped a little bit. I'm not going to lie.
Thank you. Yeah. That's the only point I was trying to make. I'm not going to
dirty drawers.
Some dirty draws from Strophe.
I'll even admit, like we were talking about trade deadline. We're happy the Packers are sellers because we want a top 10 draft pick to draft a quarterback.
Oh, yeah, it did get really weird there.
It was bad.
It got bad.
It was rough.
He didn't look great.
Lil Fonzie, what's up, Lil Fonzie in Sheboygan? You want me to put him on? I can do it. You got it. Good job. What's up, Lil Fonzie?
Hey, guys. How you guys doing today?
You know, we're having a great time. I'm just confused.
Well, I wanted to bring everyone together. I wanted to bring up a point. I'm a middle child. That's what I do for my family. I want to do it for KBN Nation, do it for the millennials, the Gen Zs, the baby boomers, the Gen Xers, whatever you got.
Let's hear it.
So, my comment is, isn't it great to be a Packer? And right now, the Detroit Lions are over there worrying about which quarterback they have to face and how they have to prepare. Mm-hmm. That is only going to help the Packers on Sunday. Knowing that you have Malik and you got his sweet moves and you got his fast. He's super fast, lightning quick. You got to worry about that. You got Love on the other hand, who can toss that rock and can move and has great footwork. They're going to have two different game plans they're going to have to figure out before Sunday comes around.
I feel brought together.
I don't. Thank you, Lil Fonzie.
No, the middle child.
Lil Fonzie.
Lil Fonzie.
Not little. I like that.
Little Fonzie.
No,
thank you for the call in Sheboygan. I agree, but at the same time, while the Lions are thinking about how they're going to defend the Packers, I hope the Packers are spending 10 more hours than the Lions figuring out how they're going to stop the Lions. I just want to make that very clear because they have scored 174 points their last 4 games. According to Jason Woodley, who joined us yesterday. Ricardo in Canada, the guy who is the pulse of Packer fans. Let's go to Ricardo.
My God, what a crazy day when Ben's the voice of reasoning. Boys, this is the NBA. There is no load management. We have 17 games. Every game matters. Jordan, you can protect yourself. You can throw that rock. You're starting. We never questioned Aaron Rodgers. We never questioned Brett Favre. If you can throw it, if you have a pulse, and you can protect yourself, you get in the game. And Jordan feels that way, and there's no question about it. Malik Willis is a good backup, but that's what he is. He's a backup. When Jordan Love's good to go, he goes in no matter what. We'll worry about the bye when it comes, all right?
Ricardo,
come on now, this is football.
Wait a minute. Ricardo, wait a minute.
You sound so smart. It's so good and refreshing.
Ricardo, but don't you believe that the Green Bay Packers can win without having Jordan Love on Sunday? Don't you believe in the Packers that much that you think this defense can step up and that Malik Willis can keep you afloat and all the weapons that we have at our dispense that we'll be able to find a way to still win in Lambeau against the Lions?
Yeah, 100%. I will ride with a third string quarterback at all. This is my Green Bay Packers. I ride with them, ride or die. But listen, that's my starting QB. If he can go, he goes. All right. I don't care who you are. You can be the starting guard. If you can go, you get your ass in the game and you go. All right. This is the NFL, boys. Come on now.
Ricardo doesn't work.
Appreciate the call, Ricardo.
I think that's where I diverge from you a little bit, Kyle. I think if you do put in Malik Willis, he's certainly amongst the best backup
quarterback in the floor system as we know it.
All that being said, this is a marquee team, the best team in the NFC, and I think you are basically declaring it's more important for us to protect Jordan Love than it is to put ourselves in the best chance to get a victory on Sunday.
Because
I do believe you're saying that.
The idea that they have to go in with what would be a limited game plan.
It's a limited game plan.
Against one of the best teams in the NFL.
It's just way harder to do. It's possible, but it's very hard.
To me, it's a 20% chance versus a toss-up more than anything.
I agree with that.
All right. Okay, fellas. I understand the Lions are good, but we're acting like the Lions are unstoppable.
Well, Dan Campbell's 4-2 against the Packers, and he came in here 2 years ago, ended the season. Yeah, last year in Thanksgiving, pounded you in the face.
Not Thanksgiving, they didn't pound us in the face.
We Thursday Night Football, we enchanted
them in the face when we had
enchanted at the end of the game. Yeah. Lions fans galore in Lambeau Field.
But when they were the better football team, clearly, and we were still trying to discover ourselves, losing back-to-back multiple games.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say they've still ascended while the Packers are still figuring out who they are this year?
I mean, the Packers are still figuring themselves out, but I understand right now because the Lions are playing so well offensively. I'm not going to take anything away from them because they dropped 30 points on the Vikings just like we did, but they won. And they also dropped 47 points on the Cowboys, who aren't that good, and they dropped 42 points on the Seahawks, who are just a meh team. But you have to look at the whole as a season, right?
Like the most recent one.
Yeah, the most recent
on the Titans.
But they're not.
And you had said that this defense, you believe this defense can keep them in the game with Malik Willis. How did that defense do against Trevor Lawrence and a lowly Jacksonville team versus a team that's put up 174 points, 52 points last week?
We can play that game, and we can talk about the fact that Trevor Lawrence basically put up 80-some yards in one drive, and then we had a quarterback in C.J. Stroud that had less than 90 yards in a whole game, right? Like, we don't know.
But they're not going to get as elite as the Lions are.
What I'm saying is this, is that, yes, if the Lions play their best football game on Sunday, and the Packers cannot beat them with Malik Willis at quarterback. I understand that.
If the Lions play their best football with Jordan Love on the field at this point in the season,
they may not be able to beat them. But it's week to week. You never know. The Green Bay Packers last week didn't play their best football. The Lions have had games, whether it's the Arizona Cardinals where they snuck out that victory, where they lost to the Buccaneers, or whether or not they struggled with the Rams earlier in the season. just because they are playing well right now doesn't mean they're going to have a poop week, right? And so if they do have a down game on Sunday, or the Packers are able to take it to them and get them down early, I think Malik Willis can help us win this football game. The gap between the Packers and the Lions isn't that big, fellas. So right now you're talking like the Lions are absolutely unbeatable, unstoppable.
The gap becomes bigger than you realize with Malik Willis.
The difference is that I'm not that afraid. Again, they're a tough team, but they ain't got Patrick Mahomes back there at quarterback. This Lions team can be beat, fellas. They can, and the Packers can do it on Sunday with or without Jordan Love.
They can be beat. It just would likely take a full strength, full unit playing their best game. Malik Willis, he's a good quarterback for sure, but man, it's just you're so much more limited.
Brad's starting to come along.
No, I still think it's the right decision to protect Love, but you're going to have to hope for the defense and special teams to dominate. And It's a big ask. It's
a huge ask because there's been no consistency yet on the defense to be like. I'm not saying the defense is bad, but have they been consistent enough to be like, yes, when Jordan Love's out, we can rely on defense and special teams plus a limited playbook with Malik Willis.
They did rely on them against bad teams.
That's the key.
But we were able to rely on them in those games. They stepped up. They forced turnovers. They consistently.
And then they gave up a bad touchdown, and Malik Willis had to find Jaden Reed, make a play, and thank God that they signed a real kicker, and here we are. And this conversation's really fun. I'm really enjoying it. But we're going to get to Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust soon, where the controversy is just the same as the controversy that we've had with Malik Willis and Jordan Love. Again, I'm going to go get water. I'm going to yell at Strofe outside, and we'll be back. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
Can you try it again?
Worcestershire. It's getting Worcestershire every time I say it.
Shire.
Worcestershire. How you try and say
Why
it?
would they name something so complicated?
Exactly. You're trying to say it. It's WORCESTER Shire. Worcestershire.
All right, as we're looking that up, 2 more questions.
Worcestershire.
Yeah, no.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
It feels like it should end at Worcestershire.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Every big pitch.
It's gone! Francisco Lindor!
Every big hit.
It is gone! Ohtani!
Every big play.
It's gone! It's a grand slam! Thomas!
ESPN Milwaukee is your home for the hottest action on the diamond this baseball postseason.
It is out of here! There's the home run for Judge!
Tune in all postseason long on the way to the Fall Classic, right here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming on the Wisconsin On Demand app.
Whether you're about to graduate high school or have been in the workforce for years, it's time to take control of your future. Welcome to Lakeland University, where you call the shots. We use our flexible learning formats to customize your degree path. In-person, online, and virtual classes are all available. Lakeland University is designed around you, your goals, your schedule, your future. You can even earn up to 25% of your degree via paid work experiences. Ready to take control of your future? Let us customize an education to fit your needs. Visit lakeland.edu/ESPN to learn more.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at 28 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that was voted Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
Josh Jacobs was a workhorse in the Packers' Week 8 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Jordan Love dropping out early in the third quarter, Jacobs steamrolled his way to 127 yards and 2 touchdowns on 25 carries. 78 of those yards came on 13 carries after Love left the game. Head coach Matt LaFleur and his stud running back.
The physicality that he runs with, he is a pro's pro. I can't say enough great things about him. We're lucky to have a guy like that. The way he comes in and communicates and works and demands it of himself, but demands it of others as well.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank.
Need to find that perfect home? Don't sell. Upgrade with a home equity loan. Renovate that kitchen. Retile that bath. You choose the fixtures. Let us do the math. Tri-City National Bank. Equal housing lender. NMLS 433891.
Homer here to tell you about Rawhide Youth Services. Co-founded in 1965 by Bart and Cherry Starr, Rawhide is a faith-based nonprofit that helps thousands of youth every year, many right here in Milwaukee, overcome trauma, suicidal thoughts, and live better lives. For youth who are hurting, who feel lost or abandoned, and families feeling powerless to help them, Rawhide is there to help. They also need vehicle donations to support their mission of helping hurting youth transform their future. Donate to Rawhide Youth Services. Visit rawhide.org/donate.
When the power goes out, your life is disrupted. Heat, air conditioning, refrigeration, phones, all gone. Be prepared for the next outage with a Generac home standby generator. After sensing a power outage, a Generac generator automatically restores your home's power, whether you're home or away. Power your life with a generator from Adams, Wisconsin's #1 rated Generac dealer. Adams provides sales, installation, maintenance, and 24/7 service from all locations. Learn why Adams is your best choice in providing power peace of mind. Visit adamspower.com today.
At Fleet Farm, we're serious about offering whatever you need at the best prices guaranteed. Big things, little things, everything. Like Diamond Crystal Solar Salt for only $4.79 a bag. Or 25 pounds of black oil sunflower seed for $9.99. And 40 pounds of Litter Delight cat litter is on sale now for just $8.99. And as always, if you happen to find it for less, we'll match it. So stock up on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. All at the best prices guaranteed.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit fighting to save lives, protect our climate, and strengthen our economy through the shift to zero emissions. Visit us at earthjustice.org. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Both head coaches have spoke about the upcoming game on Sunday for the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. Kyle's jamming right now.
Do you know this song?
Yeah, I've heard the song.
Oh my gosh, when she gets into the other part and she hits that upper note, you feel it in your soul. R.I.P.
Let's hear from Dan Campbell on how he's approaching the Green Bay Packers game on Sunday from a Lions perspective.
Dan, what's your message to the team and the guys as you guys gear up for the Green Bay game this week?
Shoes. That's the message. The right shoes. We're going to Lambeau. It's grass. It's a nationally televised game. 325 Central for the division. Second divisional game. It just doesn't get any better than this. So what else do I need to say?
He says for the division. I say it's for the division. Kyle's like, I like it better if he's, we'll get him 4 weeks later.
Come on now. He's smoking on that weed pack.
That is the idea.
Ain't no way. Shoes.
He's
high. Shoes.
No, he's
that is courtesy of 97 won the ticket.
He's a meathead.
He's thinking about the game.
Shoes.
It's applicable. It is focused on the game. It's how to help his players. I'm telling you, Dan Campbell, when it comes to shoes, he's trying to put his guys in the right situation, and then he ends with just a banger of just a conviction of saying, listen, what more do I need to tell you? If you can't get up for this, then you don't have a pulse.
We don't have the audio of LaFleur, but Brad, you did hear how Matt LaFleur is talking about this Detroit Lions game.
Yeah, and Matt LaFleur was talking about, as at the podium, so not on an interview, but was at the podium, and he talked about how good the Lions team is, and he basically ended with saying the Lions are arguably the best team in the NFL. So it seems like the coaches are taking a little bit different of a stance. Matt LaFleur definitely giving his flowers to the Detroit Lions, and I got to say, Dan Campbell, I think he's handling it slightly better, in my opinion, than Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur's just giving the Lions his flowers, and Dan Campbell's saying, here's what's going to help you, and boys, get your mind right, because this is a big game. If I need to tell you anything more, then you know what?
Shoes.
Then you don't have a pulse. Don't forget your shoes.
I mean, I think you just see the contrasting difference between Dan Campbell, former NFL player, a guy that's super, super intense, and another guy, Matt LaFleur, that's just an offensive genius mind, right? And it's a different approach that they absolutely have. But at the end of the day, they have found their way for their teams to be very successful. Dan Campbell in his way, Matt LaFleur in his way as well. I'm not concerned about somebody who's talking about shoes and 325. He's just stating the obvious, Brad.
Shoes.
What did he say?
He's saying this is for the division, meaning he is valuing how how big of a matchup
Do we know how
this
stupid?
is.
Lambeau Field, marquee. What more do I need to say?
It's not for the division. So like Ben said earlier, wouldn't be dramatic. Let's be dramatic. This is for the division. And then if they go lose 3 straight games, then what the hell does the division mean when you lost 3 straight games?
But when your two good teams play one another, then likely these will be the games that decide who wins the division.
No, okay. If they end up, only way this game decides who wins the division if they're tied at the end of the regular season, correct? Potentially.
Yeah. I mean, or if it was one game difference.
I just think Kyle doesn't understand how good the Lions are.
No, I do.
This is the 2008 Lions.
No, I'm not saying it's true. I think they are a good football team. I know they are a good football team.
No, they're a great football team. Like, they're not just good, they're great.
I said they're the best team in the NFC yesterday. That's after me having a chance to watch them over the weekend. They are the best team in the NFC. They can score in many different ways. They're a great football team.
When did you watch them?
I was in Detroit, and unfortunately, the app that I had, it threw me to the damn having to watch some of the Lions game. I was not happy about that. The Fox Sports app did not like that whatsoever.
Over to the KBN Sports Desk with Alex Strofe.
Hey, Dan Campbell, what do you want for Christmas?
Shoes.
Some Jordans to be specific.
I hope he wears good shoes now after that comment.
I'm going to be looking at his shoes.
What the hell is my record, Strofe?
The game this week.
Shoes.
Your record is 23-22-6. You're one game above 500.
One game above 500, and are you smarter than Ben Brust? Now, for those who don't know how the game works, Alex Strofe has curated a bunch of questions, and you've curated some with our fans.
Yeah, Dave from Aaron chiming in last week that, hey, Strofe, I think I've got a few you might want to add in. So there's a couple Dave from Aaron questions sprinkled in this week, and they have nothing to do with
shoes.
15 questions in 90 seconds. You're allowed to say skip or pass. If you beat me and Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, you will win a $25 gift card and get me back to 500. And on a day like today, you don't want to see me win because I will be insufferable. And Kyle and Brad and Strofe and Riley Yauk or Ryan Wollersheim or Chrissy or Pablo, who is ever on the board in Madison under the training of Jesse Nelson, will have to put up with it as well as you, KBN Nation. So caller number 10 for Jordan Love, who I believe, if healthy, should play. We're not going to treat him with kid gloves. He's going to go out there and treat it like an NFC divisional game that matters. 800-990-3776. Caller 10 for Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? 800-990-3776. We're back in 2 minutes. Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Don't go anywhere.
Shoes.
Hey, it's Gabe Neitzel from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. You've heard me talk about the results mentality has had on my life, but don't just take it from me. Jason has had success too, thanks to mentality.
My only regret is I didn't do it sooner. Knowing once again I've gotten the treatments done and continuing, I do feel, stuff does hurt a little bit more, but I'm 40, in my 40s, and that's going to happen. But again, the energy levels, it is above and beyond. Again, I'm back in that age where I'm like, this is amazing.
Get started today at lowtusa.com.
Are you looking for a reliable ride? I've got you covered. It's ESPN Milwaukee's Jen Latta. I use Accutrans Group for my private transportation needs during the college football season. Accutrans is a veteran-owned business dedicated to providing unmatched corporate, personal, and event-related transportation that you will use again and again. From corporate travel and weddings to group events, Accutrans Group caters to every occasion. Booking is easy, safe, and dependable. Visit AccuTransGroup.com to get a quote or to book a reservation today for reliable and safe transportation.
The kick is up and wide left.
Why don't they customize the goalposts?
Gina Della from Pella? How'd you get into the booth?
No, listen. If they made our goalposts just a little wider, and why just yellow? It's Green Bay. Add some green stripes.
Sure, Gina. Should they also remove the G at midfield and paint a Pella crest?
Okay, Wayne, I get it. You can't customize a football game to go the way you want, but Pella can customize your home the way you want. From durable materials and fold-away hardware to custom colors and ease of maintenance, backed by quality craftsmanship, energy efficiency, and warranties that will last for years.
And this has got to be the Pella Dagger.
Right now, get 0% interest for up to 60 months at PellaWI.com. Okay, now I've got popcorn and soda.
Right here.
$22.50, please.
Too bad we can't customize concession prices.
That's it. You got this, partner? I'm out of here.
Hold your appointment on or before November 8th. Certain restrictions apply.
Gabe Neitzel here. Catch Jen, Gabe, and Chewy mornings 7 to 9 on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD, Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
There's a big rivalry brewing up this weekend, Packers-Lions, but the true rivalry that exists on KBN is indeed the rivalry that we all have. This is Brad Nortman, Kyle Wallace, and the maestro of the questions, Alex Strofe, against Ben Brust. And you, KBN Nation, against Ben Brust. And Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? Presented by Lakeland University, as always. It has been a gauntlet, not going to lie. Ben has been surviving, getting back above 500, but it is our task as KBN and KBN Nation to humble Ben Brust. We all enjoy humbling Ben Brust a little bit, don't we? And to get him back to 500, Ben Brust, going into today's version of Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University, 23, 22, and 6. But today we have Justin and Cudahy dialed in, ready to hand Ben Brust a loss. All time, Justin Cudahy, 1-1 against Ben Brust, so also looking to get in the winning ways. Justin, confidence level taking on Ben Brust today. What do you say? How is that?
Confidence level will go 7 out of 10.
I'll take it.
7 out of 10. Okay, I'll take it.
Give me a 7 spot today.
Yeah, I think Ben is, he feels the pressure, right? He feels the pressure given his record, given Strofe, and given Bradford, me, asking the questions.
Kyle, I've got one specific job for you today.
Okay.
Ben Brust is sitting behind Brad Nortman.
He's
right
locked
now.
in.
He's really locked in.
He
You
is.
keep an eye on it. He's looking down now. You make sure he doesn't look at his papers.
Eyes up. You don't look down. Ain't nothing to see down there. Ain't nothing to see down there.
He is right behind me.
I
gotta
can't
shield my
hear
paper.
you. Don't worry about hearing. Get the eyes off the paper.
I got to shield my paper, elementary school style. So without further ado, let's go ahead and spin it, Strophy.
Eyes on the prize, Bradley. Eyes on the prize.
For those of you who say Ben Brust is an idiot, here's your chance to be proven right. It's time to play Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
That's right. It is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. Here's how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if you get through the rest. Justin Cudahy, if you beat Ben Brust or time, you're going to win a $25 gift card. Any questions before we get going?
No questions. Let's do it.
All right, let's go ahead and do it. Ready? Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. In what war was the Battle of Bunker Hill?
World War II.
What does USPS stand for?
United States Postal Service.
What is the highest peak
Postal Service.
What is the highest peak in North America?
Pass.
What is a number sequence that is the same forwards and backwards?
Pass.
What is an animal called that can live on both land and water?
Amphibian.
How many pairs of chromosomes are in human DNA?
Pass.
Who is the Greek god of the underworld?
Oh, boy. Pass.
What is a term for a baby goat?
Pass.
What was the first video game ever created?
Go with Zelda.
Who was the first U.S. president to appear on a postage stamp?
Lincoln.
Who was the first African-American woman to be featured on a U.S. postage stamp?
Rosa Parks.
What is the U.S. postal abbreviation for Maine?
M.E.
Tough questions leading to a what, Strofe?
I have a 3 spot.
This is going to be interesting.
Tough questions. I can't wait to know which ones were from Dave from Aaron.
I will just say this. The postage ones were all me.
Oh, okay. I guess it makes sense about what he's doing right now.
I thought the beads.
Yeah.
Sending out a lot of mail.
Okay. Very smart, actually.
Interesting. I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Very close. I feel a tie.
Yeah.
Don't say that, Kyle.
He's walking in.
How you doing?
Benny Buckets, baby.
How you feeling, buddy?
I know why you're buttering me up right now.
Oh, I don't need to butter you up. Are you ready?
All right, Ben.
Are you ready?
All right, Ben.
I need to catch my breath for a second.
Well, I'll reset them as you do that.
Did you sprint?
What are you running for?
You walked 14 steps.
It's really not that long. Ben walks with a little bit of pace, though. I noticed that today. I came in, I said hey to Ben, and he was walking with some pace, like you do, Kyle Wallace.
I had
walking
to go to
really
the bathroom.
This is Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust, presented by Lakeland University. Ben is 23, 22, and 6. So it is a stalemate right now, playing Justin and Cudahy. And this is how we play. 15 questions in 90 seconds to get as many answers correct as you can. You're allowed to say pass, and we will come back to it if you get through the rest. If Justin and Cudahy beats you, he's 1-1 currently against you, he will win a $25 gift card. Any questions, Ben Brust?
Let's do this. Come on, kid. Come on.
Let's get it started in 3, 2, 1. In what war was the Battle of Bunker Hill?
Pass.
What does USPS stand for?
United States Postal Service.
What is the highest peak in North America?
Smoky Mountains.
What is a number sequence that is the same forwards and backwards?
Pass.
What is an animal called that can live on both land and water?
Amphibian.
How many pairs of chromosomes are in the human DNA?
2.
What is the Greek god of the underworld?
Pass.
What is
Poseidon.
What is the term for a baby goat?
Go.
What is the first video game ever created?
Pong.
Who is the first U.S. president to appear on a postage stamp?
Lincoln.
Who is the first African-American woman to be featured on a U.S. postage stamp?
Rosa Parks.
Who is the U.S. or what is the U.S. postal abbreviation for Maine?
M.E.
Who wrote the novel Pride and Prejudice?
Don't know.
How many legs does a butterfly have?
4.
Which U.S. state has the nickname of the Treasure State?
Pass.
In what war was the Battle of Bunker Hill?
The Civil War.
What is the number sequence that is the
Don't
same
know.
forward and backward?
Did he get the dub?
Yeah, he won.
Let's go!
What did he get? 5?
You got 4.
4?
4 is all I needed?
Yeah.
It was. Weren't they tough?
Tough
They
questions.
were tough today.
Tough questions.
A lot of postage.
Yeah, I figured you've been spending a lot of time at the USPS, so you might get a few of those.
What did Justin and Cudahy
You
get?
got 3. You beat him by 1. Yeah, you beat him by 1.
Tough questions.
You think? Were they that bad
24,
No, they were good.
22, and 6.
24, 22, and 6.
Dang.
Justin, when we had him at 500 2 weeks ago, and now look at it.
Slipping away from me.
I feel like I would have beat him today. I don't say it too often.
Is that chef energy?
No. The underworld is.
Time out. Can we let Kyle go?
Chef Ed chimes in, says he got 9.
9.
Kyle, how many did you get?
Well, I just remember.
Kyle, should we go through and do it quickly?
Can we do Kyle quick?
Well,
And we'll do answers on the other side?
I'm trying to remember. I believe the
What war is the Battle of Bunker Hill?
I think you got it right with Civil War.
What does USPS stand for?
I thought it was United States Postal Service, but the guy said parcel.
What is the highest peak?
What did you answer?
Mount
there?
Everest.
The highest peak in North America.
I said Mount Everest.
That's not in North America. Keep going.
Mount Kilimanjaro.
No.
Also not in North America.
Oh,
a number was the number sequence that is the same forward and
I didn't know
backwards.
this one.
What's an animal called that can live on both land and
I
water?
thought it was amphibian as well.
How many pairs of chromosomes are in human DNA?
23.
Who is the Greek god of the underworld?
Hades.
What is the term for a baby goat?
Billy.
That's funny. Okay, sorry. What is the first video game ever created?
So this one I did not know. I was going to say Atari, but that's like a game.
Who was the first U.S. president to appear on a postage stamp?
And so this one I was going to say Washington.
Who was the first African American woman to ever appear on a postage
This
stamp?
is a good question. I have no idea. I was going to say Shirley Chisholm.
U.S. postal abbreviation for Maine.
ME was it, I believe.
Yeah, but see, but that's the thing. He didn't know it.
No, I knew ME.
Who wrote Prime and Prejudice?
I have never heard of that before.
How many legs does a butterfly have?
This one I didn't. I had no idea either.
Take a guess.
Yeah.
No, he didn't know, so he doesn't get to guess.
Yeah.
Which U.S. state is nicknamed the Treasure State?
See, this one I was gonna say because they did the rush. Was it Colorado?
All right, you're wrong on a lot, but you still would have won. You got a 6th spot.
Oh, good for him.
Yeah.
All right, let's go through the answers quick.
All right, here we go. And what war was the Battle of Bunker Hill? Revolutionary War. Yeah, not Civil War.
I couldn't think of the name of the war between the United States
was
and
that the
England.
problem?
No, it was. It was.
Yeah, I bet that was the problem here.
What does USPS stand for? The United States Postal Service. It is Postal Service. Highest peak in North America. Kilimanjaro is in Africa. Everest is in Asia. Smoky Mountains was at least in North America, Ben. Denali or Mount McKinley. It's in Alaska.
Ain't never been there. Have you been?
Not a big Alaska guy.
You should. It's awesome.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah.
You have an off season where you can travel.
Cool. Yeah. It's beautiful. You should go to Alaska. Okay. Number sequence, same forward and backward. Palindrome.
Oh, I thought it was
words.
And numbers.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a trick question.
You learned
Yes, it
something
is.
today, Ben. You should take that on. You learned something.
There you go. Palindrome. Animal that can live on both water and land is amphibian. How many pairs of chromosomes are in the human DNA? 23.
Not
is the
2.
correct
Nice job,
amount.
Kyle.
2. You're thinking like the XY for
Yeah.
gender.
Yeah.
Who is the Greek god of the underworld? Hades. Very good. Not Poseidon. This one is hilarious. Kyle. Billy, what is a term for a baby goat?
But Billy. Isn't it Billy?
Billy Goat.
No, it's a kid.
Oh, it's a kid. I thought it was Billy. I was at a baby shower and I thought it was Billy. It's kid.
Billy.
You're right. You're right. I got it wrong there too. It was Billy.
Wait a minute. Slow down.
When y'all laughing, I'm just joking.
Slow down. What do you mean you were at a baby shower and it was Billy?
So the baby shower, they had like little kid names for animals, and I could have sworn that the Billy was the goat.
Well, there's a term called a billy goat.
Yeah, I think it's a kid. I think a lot of babies are called kids, but I got Billy.
That's true. Babies are typically called kids when it comes to humans. Yeah.
First video game ever created, Pong.
Nice job, Benny.
Thank you.
Good. That won it for
good.
you.
That was good. First U.S. president to appear on a postage stamp, George Washington. Rosa Parks' a good guess for this one, but you'll kick yourself when you hear it. First African-American woman to be featured on a U.S. postage stamp, Harriet Tubman.
Ooh,
Harriet
that
Tubman.
went through my mind too.
U.S. postage abbreviation for Maine, M-E. Very good. Did you write one out to Maine, Ben?
No, I just
Okay.
What did you mean? He put a little finger in there. What does that have to do with?
like I had to pretend like I was writing a letter.
Oh, you just knew.
Yeah.
Who wrote the novel Pride and Prejudice? Jane Austen. Jane
Oh,
Austen.
we heard of Jane Austen.
We've heard of her. Yes, we have. Kyle.
Did she just die?
We've asked this question many times.
Oh, that's right.
Many times.
I think we need to start implementing Are You Smarter Than Kyle Wallace?
No, not at all.
This is so good.
No, it's just engaging. It's different when you want to know.
I have tears running down my face right now.
Are you smarter than Ben Brust or Kyle Wallace?
Well, I was smarter than both of y'all today, and that's a shame. A damn
wow.
shame.
How many legs does a butterfly have? I like how Kyle doesn't even guess. He's I don't know. 6. And the U.S. state that's nicknamed the Treasure State. I don't know why. Montana. The Treasure State.
That's a victory courtesy of Palermo's Pizza, baby. I'm sticking a Screamin' Sicilian, and whether it be a thin and crispy, a tavern style, a 2.5 feet of stuffed crust cheese, or a Screamin' Sicilian, that all were delivered to our offices. And they said, Ben, you can take some home. You guys can have a frozen pizza Friday like you always do. It is a frozen pizza Friday type week, I can tell you that much. So check out Palermo's in your local grocer's freezer, because it's only the best pizza you can find anywhere in the world, and it's right here. You can get it at your local grocer's freezer for Palermo's Pizza. Thin and crispy, like I mentioned, is probably the go-to when I'm looking to just house the whole thing and not feel guilty. Screamin' Sicilian, the OG Screamins, I still house the whole thing. Usually do that after a basketball win. Find your Screamin' pleasure in your local grocer's freezer. Yes, Drove.
So Kyle just said, hey, didn't Jane Austen just die? She died in 1870.
Why are we laughing at someone who died? Wrong year. Wrong year.
200 years
Who's
ago.
the short-haired white woman who is all
She
about...
died 210 years ago.
And give her credit. Pride and Prejudice in the 1800s. I want to read that book. What was that about?
You started a book club.
It's had staying power.
I guess
Think about
so.
that.
Jane Austen, man. I'm thinking Jane Goodell. I don't know.
Did she just die?
Goodall, the one with the monkeys.
Yeah, she died like 2004.
Damn, she did too.
I think when we go through the answers moving forward,
Oh my God.
Maybe Kyle needs to leave the room too. I don't know what's going on here.
We got to do something with Kyle. I have tears all over. I can't.
No, I
sit.
like to
Go
see it. I
break.
sit in. I like to see it. I sit in.
It is hilarious.
Go to break.
Should Goody trade a first-round pick?
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
But what I've heard is very nutritious.
I was actually about to ask.
very
This is the
nutritious.
last conversation on it. Did you taste it? Hey, come on, did you taste it?
You got to. You got to make sure that it's good and good for your baby.
Yeah.
I know Jonathan Brust has. I have not yet.
Okay.
I definitely am.
You might as well take a little shot.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We do have a pretty good ride shaping up for the most part. Your usual backups from Appleton Avenue down to Capitol Drive, westbound 94, a bit tight from 16th Street out towards Mitchell Boulevard, and southbound 43 a little slow from Hampton down to Capitol Drive. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, windy, a low of 66. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, windy, and warm. Evening and night storms possible, a high of 78. Weather's brought to you by the Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Always have a slice of summer by playing Pro Tour courses on one of their 12 simulators. Book a bay for just $35 Monday through Thursday. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
What's going on, Hoops fans? It's Ben Brust from Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. The season is back, and that means it's Palermo's tip-off week here on 94.5 ESPN. Big shows, big guests, and big prizes are here for the season starting. When the Bucks win their first game, you can win up to 10 free pizzas. Just sign up after the final buzzer. Watch and win big during Palermo's tip-off week on 94.5 ESPN. Full contest and big week details at ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Happy basketball season from 94.5 ESPN and Palermo's Pizza.
Confidence and strength begin with how you feel. At Quintessa Aesthetic Center, it is not about just looking good. It's about results that last and empower you. With 5 convenient locations in Delafield, Mequon, Brookfield, Middleton, and Sheboygan, their team of world-class plastic surgeons, skilled clinicians, and expert estheticians are here to help you take control. Whether it's advanced skincare, anti-aging treatments, body contouring, or muscle strengthening, Quintessa has everything you need to sharpen your image and boost your confidence. Take the first step towards a stronger, more confident you. Visit myquintessa.com today.
Serious truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices today.
At Fleet Farm, we're serious about offering whatever you need at the best prices guaranteed. Big things, little things, everything. Like Diamond Crystal Solar Salt for only $4.79 a bag. Or 25 pounds of black oil sunflower seed for $9.99. And 40 pounds of Litter Delight cat litter is on sale now for just $8.99. And as always, if you happen to find it for less, we'll match it. So stock up on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. All at the best prices guaranteed.
America's happiest jewelry store is coming to Kenosha.
And our grand opening celebration will be November 1st and 2nd.
Just off Highway 50 at exit 344.
Kessler's Diamonds is America's largest employee-owned jewelry company.
And because we own the company, we can do anything we want.
Here's what we've decided to do.
We're going to give away 2 big diamonds.
A 3/4 carat natural diamond.
And a 2-carat newborn created diamond.
Who gives away diamonds? We do.
Have snacks and refreshments.
And spin our wheel of sparkle for spectacular prizes.
Do we know how to celebrate or what?
The first 81 people to arrive each day will be given a special gift.
81 is our special number.
The Kessler 81 is a magical diamond that explodes with light.
You've got to see it to believe it.
And everyone will get 0% interest for 18 months with approved credit.
Come to Kessler's.
Friday, November 1st and Saturday the 2nd.
Just off Highway 50 at exit 344.
KesslersDiamonds.com.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Welcome back to a 24-22-6 record after Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust?
Cool.
Although I won, the highlight is Kyle thinking he knew What was her name? Jane Austen.
Jane Austen.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have thought she would have died the last 20 years too.
I mean,
we're not so different, you and I.
Well, unfortunately for me, we're not.
Well, and it's funny how when we were going through the answer, Kyle was like, "You thought the same thing too." He's trying to get me a part of his nonsense.
I didn't know what I would get.
But what you need to do is ditch the channel surfing and grab your phone and open the ESPN app, because there's a where to watch feature, and it's amazing. Utilized it the other day because I was like, there's so much stuff going on. College football. If you want to know where the Bucks are tipping off, you know where to go. It's the ESPN app for your answer of where to get it, what stream it's on, what channel it's on, where's the green and gold game. You have the answer at the palm of your hands, and it's ESPN app's where to watch tab. Say goodbye to the frustration and enjoy watching sports like I have. Download the ESPN app from your app store and find the where to watch TV icon. Now, I have a question off the rip here. Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Would the Packers' record be any different this year without the likes of Jordan Morgan, Lucas Van Ness, Devontae Wyatt, Quay Walker, and Eric Stokes? They would have filled those positions with maybe not draft picks, but filled the roster. But do you believe that their record would be any different?
Not with those guys named, no.
Those are the last 5 first-round draft picks from Brian Gutekunst. The reason why I bring that up is because in the valuing of first-round draft picks that Goody loves to have, man, use what you got and go get a game wrecker, because as we were discussing before the show, we all watch football except Kyle. He doesn't really like sports. He was probably watching 30 Day, 90 Day, or Love is Blind, or whatever trash TV he watches. TJ Watt was a game wrecker. I'm not reliving Kevin King, TJ Watt. I'm bringing up the idea of the overvaluing of first-round draft picks, especially with what you've seen the last 5 years. Now, Goody's cooked in other rounds. I'm not saying he's not. But, man, it might be time to think about leveraging one of those to get a game wrecker. Am I wrong, or am I right, or am I right is what I was going for.
I mean, when I watched that game last night and saw TJ Watt strip sack Daniel Jones, we talked about this a little bit pre-show. Gosh, that's the problem with the Green Bay Packers. They don't have that guy. So the question that you're posing, Ben, is the right question. What's it going to take to get that guy? The quickest way to do that this season is to trade something of extreme value to get a guy like Max Crosby, Myles Garrett, whoever else, right? It would take a first rounder or multiple first rounders. Part of me is tempted to do it, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it, even with Goody's recent struggles with first-round draft picks, for 2 reasons. 1, early in his drafting ability, he's shown the ability to go get guys, because he did get Jordan Love. Because if we're gonna do the first-round draft pick game, he did get Jordan Love. He did get Jair Alexander. I mean,
I'm going back. I went 21 to present.
Yeah, but at 20, he got Jordan Love, Rashawn Gary in 2019, whatever, 2018, Jair Alexander. So those guys, for sure, are marquee guys on the Green Bay Packers. If you draft well, what this was saying is that you just don't trust Goody, and Goody is unfit to take first-round draft picks, because first-round draft picks should be some of the most coveted things and coveted assets you have as a team, because you can get what should be a marquee player at a discounted rate for several years. You can build a team around that. Now, just like those guys, though, are a coin flip, making a trade during the season, that can also be a coin flip. It's not like trades during the season always work out. But
if you're utilizing a first-round draft pick, you're likely getting an impact player. And what you had just mentioned is why I'm bringing this up, because these guys, when I say, are any of them going to change the Green Bay Packers record if they're not here, you're saying, not particularly, no. Then I'm bringing up the idea that it might be an okay idea to move from a first-round draft pick to bring somebody in to help this team, especially in the pass rush scenario.
But all I'm saying is that the idea, draft picks, when done,
you're risk averse. You're a financial guy.
First round draft picks are so incredibly valuable. You should be able to draft well. You should be able to get a guy of impact, and you should be able to get him cheap. That is how you build Super Bowl teams. The problem is Goody hasn't done that recently, which makes it tempting to do, but I'm not willing to take away that future asset, because he should be better at this. And I trust that he will be.
I think one thing that you're missing here, Brad, is that the Packers are Super Bowl ready, right? The window is wide open, and bringing in another young development development talent from the first round. Yes, we love the potential that they could have, but I think Ben has a great point. You've taken a lot of swings and you had a lot of misses. And one of the guys that you thought you actually hit a home run on is Rashawn Gary, and he is struggling for you this year. He's not playing as the guy that you expected him to be, right? You expected him to be a game wrecker. You expect him against the Jacksonville Jags, what he does on that last drive, he finds a way to sack Trevor Lawrence in the game, right? But that is not something that has happened this year. And so for the Green Bay Packers, in order to elevate their roster and elevate their play, if they had a defensive game record like a Myles Garrett, if they had somebody that was just truly a good dude that could make plays,
Max
at the end
Crosby,
of the game,
Trey Hendrickson.
But if they had somebody who can change the game on defense and put other teams away, that makes us that much closer to a Super Bowl. I know we love first-round picks because they have so much value and they have so much dreams and aspirations of what they could be. Unfortunately, that hasn't come to fruition for the Green Bay Packers for a lot of these first-round picks. You know what's more important than a first-round pick, Brad?
Title.
Hoisting the Lombardi Trophy.
You think any Packer fan would care with the draft in Green Bay next year if they had a Lombardi Trophy?
Well,
only Goody would care.
No, they wouldn't.
and Roger Goodell probably too.
But you guys are saying, this is the other part that I have a little bit of issue with it. And maybe it's just like the financial mind in me, but the amount of investment already in the D-line, 3 or 4 first-round draft picks, and 25% of your cap. So you're willing to say another probably at least 5% of your cap to whoever you bring in, like Max Crosby. I think he's making like $15 million a year, plus another future first-round draft pick. I mean, that is just throwing so much resources at a position group. At some point, you just have to say, stop. We got what we got, and we need to make the best of it. And I have been vocal in my criticism of the D-line. But to just throw more assets and more money at it, I don't think is the answer.
Brett, I hate to bring up old wounds, but my memory isn't the best, and I think you played in the Super Bowl probably
don't go there,
a decade ago.
Don't you go there?
Did the Broncos buy a championship with getting a lot of great defensive players on that side of the ball?
Well, I don't know how they acquired their defense, but their defense was elite.
They had an elite defense, and I think they might have signed some people. There's something around.
They probably
there, right?
did.
And then I think back to the Rams, right? The Rams did everything they could in order to win a championship, and right now they have to reconfigure some things and are trying to stay relevant. But overall,
they had to leverage a lot more than the Packers would have to leverage for just one guy.
And look what San Francisco.
They did go all in.
San Francisco continues to try to go all in because they got Trent Williams at offensive tackle. They got Christian McCaffrey, who's hurt this year, right? They've done what they had to in order to bring in guys that can help them get them over the hump. That's what it's about, Brad. It's not about what the future could hold. It's about now.
But you're right. So the Broncos with Manning, they went all in for that defense and that offense to win a championship, and they did. And the Rams did the same thing. What's happened since they won those Super Bowls? The Broncos haven't been back to the playoffs. It's been almost 10 years. And the Rams stink. So that is also the risk of going all in, because you sacrifice your future draft picks, your future cap to win now, and the Broncos have nothing to show since that happened.
I guess I understand your point. What I will continue to harp is this is one time, not each year. Sending to pick up the guy mid-season. This is a window in which you feel as if this team is 6-2 and hasn't even hit their stride, and they're missing a key cog on the defensive line that you're watching TJ Watt do something to help the Steelers get a victory. What could that player do for the Green Bay Packers against the Detroit Lions, and not just this week, but moving forward against the Bears and the Vikings and the Niners and all the teams they play and heading into the playoffs? Because when's the last time that in the playoffs there's been a defensive game wrecker that's helped the Packers get to that next point?
Boy, I mean, since their Super Bowl run, I guess you had Woodson and Clay Matthews, and before that, Reggie White. But there always is a defensive playmaker. If you do this route, you just have to recognize we're overpaying. We're overpaying for somebody to try to do one big Super Bowl push.
800-990-3776. Quickly, Chris in Muskego, you're up on Kyle Brust and Nortman.
Yeah, if they could get someone this year, I'd trade away the first-round draft pick. But then go back and match all of Goody's first-round pick with all the other 30 teams in the league and how many hit and missed on their first-round picks. I mean,
it's a macro problem for sure. I mean, not every team hits every first-round pick. I'm using the 5 that when I hear nobody say like, "Oh yeah, we'd be 4-4 without these guys." Like, that's just not the case. We're looking at guys that still haven't made as big. We can say, hey, Devontae Wyatt's been a good story, but then he kind of went back to earth after injury. Like, these aren't game-changing guys.
Do they win at Jacksonville without Devontae Wyatt?
I mean, it was Edgerrin Cooper, the second-round pick, who forced the fumble. Now, Wyatt did a great job boxing out to recover that fumble, but it was still Edgerrin Cooper, who was not a first-round pick.
I mean, he really did.
I know.
That dude.
I loved it.
I mean, the reality is Goody should exchange his first-round picks for multiple 2s and 3s and 5s. That seems to be where he cooks.
But those are the guys that are elevating their level of play for the Green Bay Packers, and this is the key thing. Ben asked whether or not will we be 4-4? I don't care what we'll be with the guys that we have now. I care about who are the guys that are going to rise to the occasion during the playoffs. And what I know right now, I can't pick anybody on that defensive line that I feel confident that we are in the NFC Championship and the other team is driving down. And I know Rashawn Gary or Lucas Van Ness or even Devontae Wyatt or Kenny Clark are going to get to the quarterback and make a sack to end the game. I don't have confidence that they'll be able to do that. That's the guy that I want.
Here's what I do know. Jim Rutledge of Jim, Matt, and Molly on 100.5 ESPN Madison from 4 to 6 has issue with Packer fans picking on the Bears fans and all this. He's got such a hard life. Alex Strofe said, ha, 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 the Bears, and it lives rent-free in Jim Rutledge's head, just like I do. But we're going to have that Jim Rutledge join us and discuss how bad his Bears are and why he's insufferable next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
I was like, it's the 4-1-4 hour at 4.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the kid who got picked on the sports team. I was like, oh, you want me? No way. Because all last week it was so much fun to do that. And I was like, well, I guess it's back to Kyle doing it now. When you said, want to do it with me? I was like, oh yeah, let's do it.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We've still got a pretty standard ride going on right now. Southbound 43 heavy from about Silver Spring all the way down to about Keefe. Southbound 41 slowing down from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. By the time you get to Burleigh, you should be good to go all the way down through the zoo. Westbound 94, a little bit tight from 25th Street all the way through to about Mitchell Boulevard. And then a few pockets of heavy traffic along southbound 4394 from Lapham down towards the KK River Crossing. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, windy, a low of 66. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, windy, and warm. Evening and night storms, a high of 78. Weather is brought to you by Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center in Waukesha. Always have a slice of summer by playing Pro Tour courses on one of their 12 simulators. Book a bay for just $35 Monday through Thursday. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga, 94.5 ESPN.
At Fleet Farm, we're serious about offering whatever you need at the best prices guaranteed. Big things, little things, everything. Like Diamond Crystal Solar Salt for only $4.79 a bag. Or 25 pounds of black oil sunflower seed for $9.99. And 40 pounds of Litter Delight cat litter is on sale now for just $8.99. And as always, if you happen to find it for less, we'll match it. So stock up on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. All at the best prices guaranteed.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and football season is here. Are you ready to make some money? Have you bet on sports before? That probably did not go great. I can help you make money. Go to fatjacksports.com and get dialed in to turn a profit. The picks are emailed to you. They're on your personal portal on the website, and you can pay less than $50 a week for longer packages to make money betting this football season. Fatjacksports.com, the only place you need to go. 100% transparent, and will turn you profit this season at fatjacksports.com.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff. We like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated and uncompromising. Like an award-winning men's grooming experience from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Open 7 days a week, even Sundays. Walk in anytime, and before you know it, our talented stylist will bring you back to a simpler time. A time when you were handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
If you're living with chronic joint pain in your knees, hips, lower back, and shoulders, I've got exciting news for you.
Emmett Smith, all-time rushing leader and Hall of Famer.
Now you can get relief from pain without harmful medications and surgery. Call my guys at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics specializes in biologic therapies that can repair and restore damaged tissue. I'm talking about natural pain treatments now available, not just for pro athletes, but to people like you.
At QC Kinetics, we're seeing patients every day who suffer from chronic joint pain, but who desperately wanted to avoid surgery. Rivalry. We're treating joint pain with biologic therapies, regenerative solutions with long-lasting results.
Listen, it's all about getting your life back. Playing touch football with kids, walking upstairs pain-free, getting back on a job, and patients at QC Kinetics are raving about the results.
QC Kinetics. Call to learn more about restorative treatments that can get you back in the game.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Why is life better with American Family Insurance? Because every policy comes with something very special. A trusted agent who's there to help protect your dreams by finding the right coverage at the right price. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
The Bears still suck. The Bears.
Kudos to the listeners here. I haven't got a lot of trolling texts about the Bears and the Hail Mary. And I saw Alex Strofe tweet some things. And there's a couple things that drive me insane. One, Packer fans, some, act like, oh, Bears aren't even a rivalry. I don't care. The Packers own the rivalry, absolutely. But it's a rivalry because when the Bears lose, there was people rolling in like a pig in crap to be able to enjoy it, just like it was with the double doink. Anytime that there is pain for Bears fans, Packer fans love to jump on it.
Joining us now on Kyle Brust and Nortman is that voice you heard from Jim, Matt, and Molly. It is Jim Rutledge.
Hey, Jim, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, fellas. How are you?
Oh, that's not real. Be sincere. You feeling great?
I am being sincere. The Chicago Bears, at this point in the season last year when they won 7 games, I think had 1 win. Eberflus is probably working his way to get fired, which is probably the right decision. But they're 4-3. They got a quarterback for the future. It was a bummer of a loss.
He looked really good on Sunday, didn't he?
He looked really good in the fourth quarter, Kyle. He did.
Only saw
he
like
did
2 drives.
three straight scoring drives to get the Bears in position to win that game.
12 points, huh?
Hey, it mattered in the fourth quarter.
15 whole points.
Yeah. So
I love how you're saying whole points.
Yeah, it's 15 whole points. That's crazy. Man.
Man, Jordan Love never had any bad games. His 4th year in the league, first year as a starter. You're right. You didn't have any bad games.
Now, I just want to ask you, Jim, why do you feel as if that Packer fans love to dance on Bears fans when there's pain?
Well, I mean, it's not a feel. It's a fact. Facts don't care about your feelings, Ben. But I would say that, look, it could just be my social media algorithm. But when I open it up, all I see is the same people that took more pleasure in the Cubs losing than the Brewers winning are the same people that take a lot of pleasure and they act like they don't care. But every time there's a nasty Bears loss, they love to dunk on it. And I'm not saying Bear fans are clear. The Bear fans do the same thing. My whole point is I think fans pretending one fan base isn't just as salty and pathetic when a fan base loses is just lying.
No.
We all want to hate.
Oh, stop.
We all want to hate.
The Bears fans love watching the Packers lose in the playoffs. Stop it.
And so do you. You love watching the Bears lose in the regular season. What does that make you? That makes you a giant loser getting all excited about the Bears losing in the regular season. At least we, you know what we do get to do a lot of? Watch the Packers lose in the playoffs.
No,
we get to see a lot of that.
You're forced to watch it. The Bears game just so happened maybe but we're marquee matchups
You're right. So we're forced to watch it, Kyle, but yet you have to seek it out. Which is more pathetic? Seeking it out on a Sunday, a beautiful Sunday, or on a January Sunday when it's cold outside, we watch the playoff game. You're seeking it out on a beautiful day. Which is more pathetic? I think you answered your own question. You answered your own question. It was gorgeous on Sunday. Your team pulled out a sad-ass victory against Jacksonville, and then you're rolling around in the misery of Bears fans because you got nothing better to do on a Sunday. So who is more pathetic?
I think the person that's most pathetic is the person each and every year that at the beginning of the year they believe that they have something special. But
hope is sad, huh?
Hope is sad for y'all. It's sad. Every year it's sad. I think for you, just like I told Jonathan Brust, Ben Brust's older brother, just like I'm going to tell you, you should be arrested by the Child Protective Services for making your children endure you and endure the Chicago Bears. Shame on you.
I think you should be arrested for trying to push this green and gold agenda on poor Packer fans. Just because you're born in a state, you're supposed to be indoctrinated into it.
That's the problem.
Why don't we just
you don't love Wisconsin? You don't love Wisconsin like we do.
I love the Milwaukee Bucks.
You
I love the Wisconsin Badgers. Hey, I chose my family. And my family's a Bears fan, so I'm riding with them.
Jim Rutledge joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, and I think James the Postman echoes a lot of what Kyle is saying. He loves to dance on the Bears when they lose because Bears fans are delusional and always think they're good.
Every fan
we don't
is
do that with the
delusional.
Lions
Packers think
or
they're
the
going to
Vikings.
win a Super Bowl. My daughter's 11. She doesn't know the Packers is a winner. But Packer fans act like they're title town. New England's title town. Hell, Chicago's title town if you count for NBA titles because they're a real city that's got more than one team in it. So, like, Packers call themselves title town. You're right. You're a small-ass town. Chicago's championship city. New England's a championship city. So, yes, delusion. Packer fans are the same grouping. Brewer fans are delusional. They've never won a World Series yet. Every year they think they're going to win one. Isn't that absolutely delusional?
It's not delusional. Brad Nortman.
it is?
Brad Nortman has a comment for you as his microphone isn't working. Brad,
am I working now? Hey, we're working now. I think
now it's like a disembodied voice of Brad Nortman on the video. I like
the
it.
difference is that makes it so easy for Packer fans to dance on the Bears' grave. Is that it's that delusional aspect, right? Is that like every year, especially since I've like returned back to Wisconsin, I'm able to hear more of the rhetoric of the Bears and the Packers. Every year, there's like this
cool way to say you played in the NFL.
Yeah,
there.
that's right. There's this feeling that like the Bears, like this is the year for the Bears, and
because we're diehard fans.
But compare that to other
delusional fans.
But compare that to other fan bases, like when I played for the Jags or the Lions, or not the Jags or the Panthers, or thinking about the Lions. There are these fan bases that have experienced the same level of pain as the Bears, and there's an acceptance. They're like, yeah, we stink, and until we're proven otherwise, like how can we have the same level of confidence?
You're not Bear fans is that like we try to be excited every year. But again, the Brewers have never won a World Series, so why the hell would you ever think you're going to win a World Series? It's not realistic.
Because they make the
playoffs
6 out of 7 years.
Hey, you're too broke to...
They're in the Central Division.
What do they do? Hey, Kyle, what have they done every year of their existence? Never won a World Series.
Okay,
so under your logic of the Bears fans will always suck because they've never...
Exactly. The Bears don't even put themselves... You just said now,
the Brewers are putting themselves in position. They always leave themselves $20 million short. They always leave themselves... the Brewers always come up short. The Brewers have been... The Brewers are born losers. They always lose.
How did this turn into you yelling about the Brewers?
Yeah, I'm just saying, I'm talking about delusional sports fans. Delusional sports fans. If you think you're going to win the World Series as a Brewers fan, then you're insane.
Jim, you know the NFL is king. You know the NFL is king. Don't bring the Brewers into this.
Brewers fans are good fans because every year they delusionally believe they're going to go to the World Series.
Are you guys making it different when it comes to the
teams?
Hey, Jim.
Are you guys making the playoffs?
Right, Brad, you just proved my point. It's even more delusional to think that the Brewers are going to go to the World Series because they can't afford it. But yet, somehow, every year, Brewer fans are good fans and they show up ready to go.
But they have success. They win the division. They make the playoffs. They're like in the mix.
There's something to root for.
Like until the Bears like consistently make the playoffs, I think that's all it is from like a Packers fan or even like an outside fan perspective.
Right, you ain't got to explain.
Like
he's trying to throw one team under the bus.
I'm just giving you facts, Kyle, and you don't like it. You're just spinning. I'm just saying if it's delusional to root for one team that's never done it, why would it be delusional to root for another? That's all.
I want to bring in Alex Stroh, who just simply tweeted, "Ha ha 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 ha, the Bears still suck."
That was so awesome. hey, Jim, you remember when the Bears did that thing on Sunday? That was so awesome. Hey, it's the wacky wavell inflatable balloon guy. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, brother. I'm really good after watching Tyreek Stevenson be a complete
You
clown
took more
show.
joy in that than I took sorrow in it. But you know what? I'll give you credit because that's fandom.
Yeah.
Fandom is getting excited about your team and caring if they win and being devastated if they lose and then laughing and dancing on the grave of your rival.
Man, if roles
and that's
were
what you did.
reversed, you would have done the same thing, and you know it.
Yeah, I'm sure. I took a lot of pleasure in a lot of, like when Jordan Love choked last year and threw that crossbody Brett Favre pick against the 49ers. That was gorgeous.
The playoffs? You like watching the playoffs?
Hey, you know what, Kyle? You know why?
You
know what, Kyle? It hurt you more. Hey, you know what, Kyle? You know what, Kyle? It hurt you more than it hurt me. Hey, your Sunday tradition is, hey, it's gorgeous outside. It's 66 degrees. My team barely beat Jacksonville. Let's go watch the Bears on a beautiful Sunday in Wisconsin. I don't know. That's a pretty sad family tradition,
was so
too.
bad, it was shown everywhere.
Yeah.
Over and over.
It was something in me because I usually don't watch Bears games, but I said, you know what? For some reason, I kind of want to see the end of this game. Maybe the Lord was speaking to me because he said, Kyle, you want to see this live. You got to see it live. And boy, it was a blessing. It was a blessing.
But honestly, you guys are overblowing it.
Commanders!
Look, the whole point, I said the same thing for the Packers. The whole point is the Bears need to figure out they got a quarterback, and they're trending in that direction. Caleb Williams.
Está dentro!
I don't know what that is.
You know
actually, the call. I don't know what that was. The call from Jeff Joniak was actually better for the sadness of his voice dipping as the ball is caught for ESPN Chicago, our sister station.
He's got plenty of time. Launches.
That's a producer.
Deep pass into the area of the end zone. And it's caught by Noah Brown.
And it's caught by Noah Brown.
Yeah,
that's beautiful. That was
used
great.
To it. Yeah, you all are used to it. This is what happens. This is what happens.
Right, just like,
year.
okay, all right.
Yeah, just like what happens in the play. We'll see what. So
we'll see.
You're making the playoffs? You're making the playoffs?
We'll see.
Wait, you going to make the playoffs this year?
I don't love Eberflus as a coach, but I think the Bears have a chance for 9. Actually, in my perfect world right now, they win 8 games, fire and bring in Ben Johnson. And Caleb continues to climb because he's getting better each week. Through 7 games, he's statistically better.
That'd be fun. But
Ben Johnson leaves Detroit, goes to Chicago. You've got a young quarterback at Chicago. You've got an up-and-coming team in Green Bay. Detroit's a powerhouse. Minnesota's on the up and up. Oh, baby, I love a good
That would make for a fun division.
The Bears don't get it right.
A good
Caleb Williams through his first 7 games is
Jim,
better
what is your,
statistically than Jordan
what's
Love
your
in his
Twitter
first
handle?
7 games. At Jim Rutledge.
At Jim Rutledge is where you need to go, not 800-990-3776. Please let him know personally how you feel because I can't read all these to Jim right now.
Jim, who's better? Who's a better quarterback, Jaden Daniels or Caleb Williams?
Today, Jaden Daniels. I do think I think they're both going to be very good, but I think Caleb, we watch him play.
Where's the spin? Where's the spin?
Wow.
Where's the spin?
There's no spin.
Who has better offensive weapons? Jaden Daniels or Mr. Williams?
Well, do you consider the offensive coordinator an offensive weapon?
Here we go. Okay.
Well, here we go. What are we doing here?
You guys,
I asked you a question.
At the end of the day,
the answers to the question.
At the end of the day,
I think Caleb Williams is going to be a really good quarterback. I think he's going to be. I would say he will compete with Jordan Love to be the best quarterback in the NFC North. I don't think either one of them are going to be in the.
He's the 4th best now. I can tell you that. Actually, 5th best.
Well, tell you what, Kyle, and I said it earlier, and you guys all ignored me. Through 7 games, Caleb Williams statistically across the board is better than Jordan Love in his first year as a starter, not year 4 in the league. First year as a starter, first 7 games, Caleb Williams has a higher completion percentage, less interceptions, 50 less yards, and 2 less touchdowns through their first 7 games as starter.
How many less wins?
Packers. What were the Packers at this point? I think they were 4-3, buddy. Nice try, though.
Buddied you.
Thank you.
You just got buddied. You just got buddied.
He buddied you.
I'm
going to call this one a wash right now because Kyle got buddied, but Rip and Rona did chime in with the Bears fan tradition. Watching the Packers play in January was probably the best from Kyle there. We'll call it a wash right now. Kyle?
There's no competition.
You're right.
Who am I
Caleb's
competing with? I
up.
don't compete with losers.
You got buddied.
That's all you know is L.
You got buddied.
You got buddied.
Again, coming from a Brewers fan, you know a lot about L's, buddy.
Are you not a Brewers fan?
Double buddy.
Double buddy. You got double buddied.
Look, you're the king of losers. You guys, I don't know why Brewer fans ever act like they're going to win a World Series. They can't afford it.
That's enough. I'm not.
They can't afford it.
I'm not. Thank you, Jim.
No, he's a Cubs fan.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. I'm not going to stand for the Brewers slander right now.
Still too soon?
It's still too soon.
That's what Bears fans do. When they can't win on the conversation about football, they want to throw other stuff into it. And they got our whole manager down there in Chicago when they're worse.
I just need to know where you're at, bro. You just got buddied twice.
You know, I really wasn't paying attention to being buddy. That ain't nothing.
What is the lowest level of like nicknames? Is it pal? If you get palled? If you get buddied? What's the lowest on the respect poll?
Dork's a good one.
Well, Dork's more personal, though. Chiefs pretty bad. That's
pretty
boss.
low.
I don't
Boss.
know.
Yeah,
Hey,
boss.
Listen here, boss.
Hey, boss.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
don't
one,
know.
boss.
Hey, listen here. I don't know.
Buddy.
I guess Buddy's a good one.
Buddied.
What about like those are
I don't know. Buddy might be
Bozo'd?
number one. But Buddy might be number one. We'll be back. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. I don't know what that accomplished, but I enjoyed it. Next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
The comments were so mean, but they also were kind of funny.
Wait, I didn't see the comments.
They said popcorn back in middle school must have been tough.
Please don't pick me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Tracked from the Go.
Oh, channel the game is on.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance.
Oh?
Open up the ESPN app. Just use the Where to Watch feature. You see it? It's right there in the corner, the little TV icon.
The what? Where to watch?
Yeah, it has all the games that are on with the channel listed right next to it. A complete game changer. I'm telling you. You just click on the icon. Every game currently happening or coming up is right there.
Finally. So long channel surfing.
Where to Watch on the ESPN app. Find it in your app store today.
Be greeted by an owner at America's largest employee-owned jewelry store.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Macy's Friends and Family is going on right now, and it's the best time to shop for all the gatherings and gifting ahead. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off the latest trends, new arrivals, and the best brands like Karl Lagerfeld Paris, Steve Madden, Hotel Collection, and more. And get 15% off beauty too. Plus, get free shipping with any $25 purchase today at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
No two people learn the exact same way. So how did Babbel become the award-winning language learning app? We thought of you, all of you. Take Sierra. As a visual learner, she uses Babbel's wordplay videos.
Today I'll share a quick lesson on shopping in French.
Merci beaucoup. Keith is a be in the room with real people kind of learner, so he loves the live online classes with our language experts.
Okay, class. Vos está pronto.
Estamos prontos.
However you learn, Babbel makes it easy. Try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. BABBEL.com.
Hey sports fans, looking to level up your next private event? V Private Bar Services is your game changer. Move beyond the ordinary. V Private Bar Services crafts custom cocktails tailored to your brand and your guests' taste. Imagine a bar experience that's as unique as your business. Our expert mixologists will create a memorable experience that your clients and team will rave about. From signature cocktails to full-service bars, we've got you covered. Be the MVP of your next event. Visit vprivateba.com/MVP to book today.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rotman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Wauwatosa East's Malachi Mack. The senior scoring twice in the Red Raiders' Level 1 playoff win Friday night, a 21-14 win over rival Tosa West, and a bit of revenge for a loss earlier in the season to West. Mack scored at the end of the first half to give East a 14-0 halftime lead, and then helped put the game away with not one but two big plays late. First, it was a 40-yard touchdown run, followed up by a fumble recovery as the two-way player jumped on a loose ball. Malachi also shines on the track and field squad as an all-state sprinter and long jumper. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Malachi Mack.
The biggest game of the season takes place this Sunday in Green Bay. Be there with help from the Ticket King. With offices in Milwaukee and Green Bay, Ticket King is your local and most trusted source to buy Green Bay tickets. Experience the huge matchup this Sunday against Detroit by visiting theticketking.com or call 414-273-6007. Don't wait. Get tickets for Sunday's monumental divisional tilt with Detroit at theticketking.com. Make sure you follow Ticket King on Facebook and Instagram.
Truth Nation, is Dr. Ken Harris. Your vote matters. Election day is Tuesday, November 5th, and I want to encourage you to get out and vote for the change that you want to see. Get out and vote, Truth Nation. Milwaukee Black Talk.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Laugh with me, buddy.
just with me.
You can laugh at Jim Rutledge, but you won't laugh.
Don't let her.
You'll have a good time. You might laugh. You might find. Actually, let's get Maddie on the horn here.
Don't ever let me start.
Because you might laugh and find a crush and find somebody that you really want to get to know because it's a community environment. It's community atmosphere at the Princeton Club. Is it not, Maddie?
You're bringing my Princeton Club crush onto the air.
I mean,
he's cute.
Because you know why? He's investing in his health like you are.
Period.
Is there anything better?
No, nothing's better. I'm hoping to see him tonight, so fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed!
Fingers crossed.
Whether it's the 8 Madison locations or the New Berlin location, you can find your better tomorrow or a lifetime of tomorrow.
Fingers crossed.
Free childcare with the membership open 24/7. Strope, you're killing me with that voice back there. Over millions of dollars invested into upgrades. If you missed any of the first 2 hours of Kyle Brust and Nortman,
in your relationship.
check us out at Wisconsin On Demand or watch us back on YouTube. We're back for another hour on 94.5 ESPN and on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Up next, you have Jim Rutledge from who just joined us of Jim, Matt, and Molly, 100.5
Jim,
ESPN
have
Madison.
A great show, buddy.
He's definitely going to be angry. Watch out. And then the Damn Sports Show in Beaver Dam. But don't go anywhere. Kyle Brust and Nortman, a lot to get to. 2 minutes.
You're gonna go to the record store. You're gonna.
Westbound 94 slowing down from about 16th Street up to about Mitchell Boulevard. Eastbound, a couple of pockets, one heading right past 68th, another one right through the Stadium interchange. Southbound on 43 backing up from Bender Road all the way down to about Capitol Drive. Southbound 41 slows down from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive, with the northbound side tightening up as well, heading up towards Burleigh from North Avenue. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, windy, a low of 66. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, windy, and warm. Evening and night storms possible, too, with a high of 78. Weather's brought to you by Tsunami Express Car Wash, where you can expect nothing but the best unlimited wash memberships, state-of-the-art wash technology, and powerful free vacuums. Located in Oak Creek, Waukesha, Greenfield, and now Milwaukee. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
The 23rd annual A Novel event is coming. Sharp Literacy's yearly fundraiser will happen on October 30th from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Pfister Hotel. The program will feature a presentation with Code Baby CEO Nori Daroga and elementary students, dinner, and a voice auction. Funds raised at A Novel event will support the delivery of Sharp STEAM-based education programs to thousands of K-3 through 5th graders and educators across the Milwaukee, Waukesha, and Racine areas. Find tickets to October 30th's A Novel event at sharpliteracy.org.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, this is Homer. You're listening to the home of Marquette basketball. 94.5 ESPN is WKTI and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN on 94.5 ESPN. The Wisconsin On Demand app and streaming live at ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube.
We them boys. We them boys.
It's the 4-1-4 hour at 4 on KBN.
He's Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman. Alex Strofe running the show. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. And Tory Low joins us. I called it. I tried going, will his mic be on? Always A's. And your first A is always your best, so make sure that mic is on.
A.
There we go.
That's a pretty good A, too.
Give me a good, powerful,
Ooh, that was a good one.
Powerful. That was a good one. You know why? I want you to say powerful.
Powerful.
Because we're with a local celebrity, folks. Right outside our windows, I'm looking at the 3rd Street Market Hall. Some great vendors serving great food. And there's been some breaking news. Hit the sports desk. Over to Alex Strofe at the KBN Sports Desk.
Yeah, according to my multiple sources, guys, Tory Low will have a hot dog named after him in the month of November at Dog City within the 3rd Street Market Hall.
Hey.
Powerful dog.
Oh, my goodness. It's powerful. Look, I tasted it yesterday.
Powerful. What's on the powerful dog?
I sampled it yesterday.
The dog, the powerful glizzy?
It's a brat. It's actually a brat.
Oh, wow.
Oh, even better.
Very Wisconsin of you.
But look, let me tell you something. Charlie Murphy cooking Johnsonville brats. But what I'm saying is, we talked about it and we made a design and I had an ideal of a brat. And I'm going to tell you, when you see this brat, it's not a brat that you are used to seeing.
Why? What's different?
Yeah, it's got green. It's got gold.
It got a little, it's green and gold. It got a little razzle. It got a little dazzle on there. And when we tasted it yesterday, it was a woman walking past, and she was like, and it wasn't out. It's not available right now, but it will be available in November. So
Friday.
she got a taste of it because I wanted to see how she felt about it.
What'd she say?
Hey, no, she ain't say powerful.
I got the video recording of it. That's what she said.
She's never said powerful in her life. Right. One bite of the powerful dog.
Yeah, she said it, and I recorded it live, too, so I didn't know she was going to say it. So.
You've made it in life, T-Lo.
Wow. Hey, look, let me tell you something. I came a long way,
Yeah, to go from last week tasting cookies with me at We Energies to now having a brat named after you. You've gone big time,
bro.
Let
me tell you something. I mean, I wish my grandma was here.
She can see
so proud.
She watching down.
Can't tell if these are real tears, fake tears.
She'd be proud, Tory.
Tory Low joining us here on Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Tory, did you get nervous when Brandon McManus, the last 2 weeks, had to make the game-winning kick?
Yes. I would say this. Welcome to Green Bay. We need you. And what better proof that we need him than him kicking 2 back-to-back.
Cooking up some powerful kicks.
Maybe I'm gonna have to go get him a powerful dog. You know what I mean? Bring it up to Green Bay. Have him serve that up for him.
When I say Detroit Lions,
oh my goodness,
what do you think about? How do you feel when you hear the team Detroit Lions?
I feel that the Detroit Lions can challenge for the Super Bowl. They're playing extremely well right now, and for some reason they got their machine running at full speed. And I think when we talk about Green Bay and the Detroit Lions, only in recent years have now the Detroit Lions became the nemesis. It used to be always Minnesota. The Lions were kind of lingering at the bottom, but now they have got an amazing coach, got a great quarterback, and they're competing. They got some weapons.
You got to play both teams twice still in the Bears and the Lions. If you can guarantee 2 wins, 2-0 against the Bears or the Lions, who are you taking?
The Bears.
Backwards.
Is
that an emotion?
Well, I think the Bears.
You just said they became a nemesis, and now you're still choosing the Bears.
Well, I'm talking about. Maybe I didn't understand the question. You said what team we could beat twice in a row?
Yeah, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. You play both teams
Which
twice.
One would you prefer? Not who you believe.
Okay. To prefer to beat twice in a row, the Lions.
Okay.
I thought you said who we will beat twice. in a row.
I was called. Listen,
I may have got confused on the question. Yeah.
I just got done talking with a delusional Bears fan. The last thing I want to do, we can lose them twice and beat the Lions twice and make the playoffs and win a Super Bowl. But
Kyle,
you know what they'll say?
Kyle, you got to do a better job explaining.
Yeah, you pointed at Stroh.
Right. I looked at
Tory was like, what the hell happened to you?
We were joined by Jim Rutledge from Jim Malley from ESPN Madison, and he came on. He is a proud Bears fan, delusional Bears fan, and
Very
after
delusional.
the Hail Mary, he came on trying to act like it wasn't a big deal.
Oh, that was crazy.
It was crazy, and he's in denial a little bit. But what I can't do is the Packers can win the Super Bowl. If they lose to the Bears twice, Bears fans will still say, "You won the Super Bowl, but so what? We beat you twice."
See,
wow.
I don't like that energy.
Well, we way more competitive now. The black and blue division is what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be one of the toughest divisions in football. And coming into the season, I knew because when you set the standard, like the Packers, they went Favre, Rodgers, Love. These other teams in the division, they're looking and copying and pasting and taking some of the notes.
Copy and paste.
And they're going to get better because they're taking notes from, the Packers. They need that quarterback position. But I think that now we're starting to see that the Detroit Lions are starting to separate themselves from everybody else.
Which is why I want to see Jordan Love play if he's capable of going. Let's hear some audio from Adam Schefter earlier this morning across ESPN Radio and on ESPN Milwaukee from 5 to 7 Unsportsmanlike. Here was Adam Schefter.
He came out better in testing than I think everybody hoped he would. I believe he's going to play on Sunday. I believe he'll be out there. That injury was not significant enough to prevent him from playing what is going to be a huge key game that could help decide the NFC North. And again, I think they were fortunate that it wasn't worse. They're being called day to day. But my guess today on Tuesday at 8:07 Eastern, my guess is Jordan Love will make it back and play.
That was Adam Schefter on Unsportsmanlike across ESPN Radio and heard here on 94.5 ESPN in the mornings. Now, Kyle Wallace believes that because they're on bye and there's like 19 days of rest, that it still might be the right decision to rest Jordan Love against the Lions and put Malik Willis out there.
I'll say this. This is a big-time game.
Thank you.
When it's big time, you got to suck it up a little bit unless you cannot
Football
play.
guy.
Unless you cannot absolutely, it's a tear, it's an ACL, real Achilles. If he can play, a groin injury, you can usually get over that if you take proper steps to try to heal it. But if it's something where he can actually play, we need all the big boys. This is a big boy game. What if all the big boys got to come forward and play in this game?
What if he can play, but there's a slightly increased risk of him actually pulling it, straight up pulling it? So then you're out for 6 weeks.
There's a risk of anything you step on the field.
I understand those
increased risk.
But back in the day, Brett Favre,
listen, Brett, we ain't popping pills no more, Tory. They're not popping the pills.
You
telling
me they ain't doing the injection?
Yeah, they're doing other stuff.
Brad, hold on, Brad. What are they doing?
Brad, what pills were you popping?
You recently retired. You know what's going on.
There's things you can do that can help mask pain, and usually they're several steps ahead of what you can test for and need authorization for. I'll put it that way.
Powerful. Hey,
Tory, for me, the way I look at it is if Jordan Love is going to get in the field, he's going to be hobbled, right? Like we saw Jordan Love hobbled on Sunday. He didn't look like himself, right? And so eventually he got hit. He couldn't even make it off the field, right? And so we can't have that scenario where somebody is going to go on the field and he can't fully be himself against the Detroit Lions because we're already setting ourselves up for failure in a sense because Jordan Love ain't 100%. If we have a guy we can game plan and mark Malik Willis to go out there, try to control the clock, run the football, right? Dink and dunk down the field. And depend on your defense. Yes, you can. Depend on your defense. You can win this football game. Now, I said it before. If the Detroit Lions play their best football on Sunday, the Packers ain't winning, right? They're just not. But that's why you play the game. Detroit, though they play really well recently, they haven't been this model of consistency throughout the year. They've had their ups and downs just like every other team. And so you don't know what you're going to get on Sunday, but I expect the Green Bay Packers to go out there and to compete. You are supposed to be a championship team. You better go out there and compete regardless if it's Jordan Love or Malik Willis back there at quarterback.
Well, two things.
How is a 6-1 team not a model of consistency?
Because what you win, right? I mean, we talk about the Green Bay Packers. They beat the Jags, but it wasn't a pretty win.
Do you mean year over year, or do you mean this year?
I mean this season. When you look at their games that they had against the Cardinals,
40 points the last 4 weeks.
Model of consistency for the entire season. I remember seeing that Rams game. They snuck out and won that Rams game. They barely beat the Cardinals. They also took an L to.
That was week 1,
but they took an L to the Buccaneers. And so
I'm saying week 1 they beat the they beat the Rams.
It looked good
the last 3 games. They've won 42-29, 47-9, 4 games, 31-29, and 52-14. What are you talking about? They are a model of consistency heading into this Green Bay Packers game.
That's like college football scores.
No, they're playing well. Don't get it twisted. Do y'all think they're
getting it twisted with you right now.
So this is what you guys think. You guys think the Detroit Lions are going to play like this the rest of the season. If they play like this the rest of the season, I think they're clear
built,
Super Bowl favorite.
I think they're built to play consistent.
I think that team is living up to the preseason hype. That's what because they fit.
Well said, Tory.
They are living up to the preseason hype. I think the Packers are piecing it together. I think Jordan Love has not gotten into a space where the offense is running like a machine. They're putting together plays and they're scoring, but they haven't been in a consistent frequency of getting the team running where these one-on-one matchups taking advantage of the team having so many weapons on the field at the same time that every situation is a one-on-one situation where somebody can pop free. I haven't seen that from the Packers, but I'll tell you this. Jordan Love, in order for that to happen, it has to be Jordan Love. In order for Packers to play their best game of football against the better teams, Jordan Love has to be in the quarterback position.
Fact.
So you don't believe Malik Willis can win on Sunday?
I'm saying that Malik Willis can manage a game.
Can he win on Sunday? Can the Packers win with Malik Willis on Sunday?
I'm going to say Malik has been a surprise, a pleasant surprise. I think that Malik has done above and beyond what we thought he was going to be capable of doing in a short amount of time. Mm-hmm. But I do believe that if the Packers are going to win the big games, they need somebody that's like Jordan Love, the leader, the captain, to be able to pull that ship. Now, if you just want to manage a game and we get behind, do you think Malik is going to pull us from behind? Do you think he has the arm to bring us from behind? Do you think that the defense can hold the Detroit Lions to a low enough score to where if it is close, we can
look at
pull
Tory.
it out in
He's
the end?
Cooking today.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I think that Jordan Love gives us the maximum amount of ability, even at 80%, with the offense wide open.
I would say that Kyle doesn't have green and gold goggles on today. I think he's got blinders on today.
No, not at all. I just think it would be a great test for the defense. I look forward to, hopefully, I want Jordan Love to play. Don't get it twisted whatsoever. But if Jordan Love doesn't play, I'm
don't get it twisted.
I'm not going to make sure, buddy, we're not going to get it twisted.
Oh, wow.
Easy guy. Easy guy.
I guess buddy is tough.
Hey,
I didn't realize such a tough word.
Guy. Take it easy, guy.
But
Hold on now.
Hey, boss man.
I do.
Chill out, pal.
I do think if he doesn't play, it'll be interesting to see the test that the Green Bay Packers have to see what their defense can do, right? And so for me overall, I want Jordan Love to play, but I'm not writing them off if Malik Willis is the starting quarterback on Sunday.
Hey,
hot dog,
the powerful dog. At Dog City at the 3rd Street Market. This November, come try something that's going to tickle your taste buds.
It's powerful.
I can't wait to try it.
Is it priced in the Wallace price range?
It's economic friendly.
Okay.
You know, I ain't gonna put nothing out there that's
so take me about a 10.
About a 10 or 9. Oh, maybe an 8.
Oh wow,
a 10, 9, or an 8. If we mention we know Tory Low, do we get a discount?
Hey, you gotta say
it's powerful.
It's powerful. If you post it to your social media, I'm sure I can work something out.
I'm gonna eat it for lunch one day.
Hey, I'm in too. Sounds so good.
I need y'all to talk about it. I need y'all to tell me how y'all feel about it when y'all see it.
Oh, I'm gonna give it a go.
Thank you. Hey, that's why y'all my boys.
I owe Ben lunch from last year. You never took me up on it. I'm going to take you to get a powerful dog.
I would love a powerful dog from Tory Low. T-Lo, thank you.
Hey, thank y'all for having me. Go Pack, go!
Go Pack, go! And tune in to Thanalysis Show every week, presented by Gruber Law Offices. Thanasis Antetokounmpo hangs out with special guests for fun and even surprising conversations. Maybe it's his live show with Giannis, a chat with Green Bay quarterback Jordan Love, getting the inside scoop on fighting with Logan Paul, or any one of TA's unique guests. Find Thanalysis Show on Apple, Spotify, and anywhere. Ben is doing noises in my ear. I can't focus. Do one on the air. Imagine trying to read something while he does that in your ear. And anywhere else you get your podcasts, that's the Thanalysis Show. Plus, you can subscribe on YouTube to see exclusive video content from TA. Thanalysis Show, presented by Gruber Law Offices. One call. That's all. Nice job, Ben.
For as much trash as Kyle's been talking about how good this Packers team can be, even with Malik Willis, he doesn't believe that the Packers should be 4th in the NFC or in the NFL power rankings. What a weird twist we got coming next. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Do you wash your shins in the shower? We shower from hair to kneecap. The rest can drip down our legs to our feet.
It doesn't work that way.
No, it does work that way.
What does the poll say?
34% don't wash their shins.
That is shockingly low. KBN Nation, you're better than that.
Yeah, it sounds like we have a lot of disgusting human beings on this planet.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Couple of issues now. We've got, first of all, in Waukesha County, eastbound 94, about a mile east of Barker Road, we've got an accident off on the right shoulder And then we've got another one on the ramp from northbound 894 to 94 eastbound. Got the cars on both shoulders with that crash, too. Beyond that, though, we do have a little bit of a backup from 76th Street to about Hawley Road. Southbound 41 slowing down from just south of Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. And then on southbound 43 from Silver Spring down to Capitol Drive slow. And then from North Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Tonight, mostly cloudy, windy with a low of 66. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, windy and warm. Some evening and night storms, a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Laviga on 94.5 ESPN.
What's going on, Hoops fans? It's Ben Brust from Kyle Brust and Nortman. The season is back, and that means it's Palermo's tip-off week here on 94.5 ESPN. Big shows, big guests, and big prizes are here for the season starting. When the Bucks win their first game, you can win up to 10 free pizzas. Just sign up after the final buzzer. Watch and win big during Palermo's tip-off week on 94.5 ESPN. Full contest and big week details at ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Happy basketball season from 94.5 ESPN and Palermo's Pizza.
The only thing that tops our selection is your savings discount liquor.
What does the skeleton say before dinner? A bon appetit. And why did the ghost go to the bar? For the booze. Yeah, Halloween jokes can be corny. Hi, this is Marie from Discount Liquor. Since 1960, we've provided the most spooktacular selection and savings in town. From skull-shaped vodka bottles and pumpkin cream liqueurs to adult trick-or-treat bags and your favorite seasonal wines and beers. We've got the spirits to get you in the spirit. Combine our selection with everyday low prices and 2 convenient locations, and Discount Liquor is the one trick-or-treat stop you can't skip. Discount Liquor, locally owned and family operated with 2 locations, in Milwaukee on 51st in Oklahoma, and in downtown Waukesha on Barstow and Maine. See all of our specials at DiscountLiquorInc.com.
Discount Liquor.
Hey, Milwaukee sports fans, it's Brad Nortman from Kyle Brust and Nortman. You've invested too much into that nice ride, so don't settle for a gas station car wash. Treat it to a Tsunami Express car wash. State-of-the-art wash technology, powerful free vacuums, and unlimited wash memberships. Now with 5 locations across greater Milwaukee, Tsunami Express is your go-to spot for a flawless finish and a first-class car wash every time. Trust me, your car will thank you. Sign up for a membership online at TsunamiExpress.com and get your first wash free. Tsunami Express Car Wash. Wash, chill, repeat.
Hey, it's Gary Ellison here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? Get a little slice of summer on the links with Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center, a top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center's simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. With bays at just $35 an hour, Mondays through Thursdays. That summer feel is easily back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Engagement rings, wedding bands, and big anniversary diamonds.
Welcome to Kessler's.
Truck crash? Call Gruber offices. One call, that's all.
Truth Nation, it's Sherwin Hughes, and I want to encourage you to get out and vote on Tuesday, November 5th, because every vote counts. Polls open at 7 a.m. and close at 8 p.m. Let your voice be heard on November 5th, Truth Nation. Milwaukee Black Talk.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Where you think you're going, baby? Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
Good Jams Trophy. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here with you. UKBN Nation at 800-990-3776. The most, I wouldn't say heartbreaking, but I was pretty disappointed this morning. Last night, after getting home from work, took a baby daughter on a walk.
Cool.
And I don't know what day. I'm really bad at this, but I had a feeling that it was the leaves day when you got to get all the leaves off your lawn into the street, and then they take the leaves. Put in some work. I mean, I got a blower. My fiance's got the rake. We're trying to get everything into the street. All this hard work. And we came in the house. We were high-fiving, really proud. Woke up this morning. The wind was crazy. All the damn leaves were back in the damn grass.
Dang.
It could kick him down the street a little bit. It was
Right,
back on the grass.
the wind was blowing right at our house.
That has to be demoralizing.
It was demoralizing.
that-
We're literally talking about having to redo this.
That's not just your leaves. That's your whole neighbor's leaves then, too. Because you know that they put theirs in the street and then.
Oh, no. You probably
right into
have double
Brust
the amount of
household.
work to do.
No, I know. And there's a house with a lawn. Like, they don't really keep good care of their house.
We're doing radio. Could you speak clearly?
They don't take care of their house very well. There's a lot of big leaves that flow into our lawn.
Hey, don't talk about the leaf house. I'm the leaf house.
You're the leaf house?
better,
Yeah.
You don't rake
Be
your
better.
leaves?
No, I look at what the neighborhood does. You know, I'm new around here, so I'll scope it out. And
Take a look at the neighborhood.
No, I'm not a big raking leaf guy. I really like the scenery of the leaves on the ground. It's fall. I like
That's
seeing the different
not
colors.
good for
I think
your
that's a good
lawn.
take.
The leaves gotta
Lazy.
be fine. No, it's gotta be fine. I think it's beautiful.
So what do you do with your leaves?
I look at them. What do you mean? What do I
Do
do?
you
with
leave them?
Yeah, they're leaves to be left. Absolutely.
Leaves
I look at it.
to be left.
It looks beautiful. And then
They're called leaves.
Now,
you leave them.
I want to succumb to peer pressure. Thank you, Ben. I want to succumb to peer pressure if other neighbors were putting their leaves out, but I look at the neighbor to the left. They got some leaves there.
Kyle Wallace live.
Look at the leaves.
They're called leaves. Leave them.
That's what I'm dead serious. I look to the right. They got some leaves there. So I said, well, hell, we all got leaves. If y'all ain't raking them, I ain't raking them.
But it smothers your grass.
Grass smash. I don't care. It's fine. It'll still be green.
Oh, my God.
He makes me feel like I'm the world's best homeowner.
No, I just don't
No,
understand.
you are.
He's only
Kyle.
doing it because his neighbors are doing it.
Kyle, this
No,
is
it looks so much better.
This is your domain. This is your kingdom. This is your home. Take
looks
good care of your lawn.
Beautiful with
I
the
would
leaves.
love to
It's
come over and
seasonal.
see all the leaves. Hey, look at all these leaves.
It's not outrageous, but it's very seasonal. It makes me feel really good. Like the kids ran through my yard.
What
to go
kids?
the kids that for trick or treat.
You should make a leaf pile.
Absolutely not.
Kids jump here.
No, their invite to the house is over. That was only on trick or treat day on Sunday. Now they can't come over.
Kyle love the kids.
Only on certain holidays. Other than that, no sir, ain't got them.
I would probably put raking leaves up there as the worst chore.
Yeah.
In
Nothing's
terms of
fun.
homeowner chore,
Nothing's fun about raking leaves.
what's the most fun?
You know, I just experienced one that was incredibly fun. It was
Kyle's like, ooh, I can't wait to not do this.
we had some trees, a pine tree and a couple maple trees that were a little overgrown. So I took my old me and plus our parents came over. It was a family
affair. Wow.
Family affair.
Brad can't do this all by himself?
No, I said, hey, mom and dad, hey, Lexi's mom, you want to come over and help us? And they did.
Lexi's mom?
Yeah, she just everyone has a
Don't-
role.
hey, listen, it's
Everyone has a
family
role.
time. It's family time.
This isn't the only thing we did on the Nortman estate.
Yeah.
It was cutting trees was part of it. We had the long pole saw and boom,
wow.
It was legit. Cut a bunch of branches down, thick branches too.
You had trees?
Yeah, not the trees down, but branches. It was way overgrown.
Man, you taking care of your
So I
lawn.
took that, I chopped them up, I split the logs. Man, I felt like the man, first of all.
Did you use an axe?
No, I got like a wood splitter that's like the point is facing upward, and you put it on it, and you take a mallet, and you go bam, and it splits it.
This
Go
seems
knock down that
excessive
way.
in what rich people do.
No, now I got some firewood for next year.
Firewood, huh? Firewood.
Yeah, trimming trees, splitting logs.
So normal people don't, like you yourself don't rake leaves or take care of the
Well,
house.
he said a splitter or something like that.
Seems excessive.
It
in
does.
what rich
He's
people do.
splitting wood to burn it in his house.
Yeah. It's the opposite of what rich people would do.
Okay.
Right? I mean, you're trying to like utilize something.
So you're trying to be like the common man.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it was super.
Strofe, what do you know
super
about
rewarding.
yard work?
Not a damn thing.
When's the last time you had done anything on a yard?
I mean, high school probably.
Did you mow the lawn back then?
Yeah. Oh, dude, but I did this thing. My dad tells the story all the time. So I did this thing where I would purposely miss spots when I mowed the lawn.
What?
Just to
No,
make it
you
look like
would
I was
not.
bad at it. And then my brother, who's older than me, would have to go out and do it.
That is horrible.
That's terrible.
That's so
horrible.
Gen Z.
I hate I hate chores. Period. I hate them all. There's no fun.
This is a good question from Braden, though. Has Kyle ever stepped foot into the woods?
You know what's funny about that? I have. I slept in a cave before. I've been around the woods.
I slept in a cave?
I was a Boy Scout. You had to earn a badge. You had to sleep in a cave.
What kind of Boy Scouts are you?
I was a Boy Scout.
Where they made you sleep in a cave?
You have to earn.
You and the bats?
Yeah, you with the bats. Yes. And I never.
I was joking.
No, there were bats flying around there. You know, my daddy and me, we don't do bats, but I had to get my badge.
That feels like you can't.
This is like a survivalist Boy Scout. It's not normal Boy Scouts.
It was with my father and my den, my little Boy Scouts, or not den, this was Cub Scouts, but with my Boy Scouts.
How old were you when you slept in the cave?
I left Boy Scouts in the 4th grade, so it had to be before I was 10 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, me and my dad, and I just remember in the morning,
just the two
cut
of you?
it out of there. Yes, but talking about the woods, though, I will never forget when my dad told me I would never make it in the wilderness.
Why will you never forget that?
I got locked out. The garage door wasn't working. We had a panel. I just type in the code or whatever, it opens up. But it's too cold. The code wasn't working, so I'm outside, and I can't get in the house. So I'm outside and cold outside. I'm maybe like 10 years old. 45 degrees outside. Or no, excuse me, like 25 degrees outside. And I'm freezing. And I'm like, ain't nobody home. So I start crying. And my dad gets home, and he sees me crying. He's like, boy, what you crying for? I said, I was cold. Couldn't out. Boy, you wouldn't be able to make it in the wild. I said, I'm not trying to make it in the wild. I'm just trying to get inside. But no.
Have you heard of basic training?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Like in the military?
Yeah.
I salute those who do it because I show.
I've heard stories about how they just drop your ass and you just got to survive.
Not me. I wouldn't survive. I know that for a fact.
What if you got a D1 scholarship to Army, Navy, Air Force?
Ooh. I'm not disciplined enough.
I'm picturing Kyle with really thick glasses as like a 4th grader and being like this really adorable kid.
I didn't have glasses.
Cold.
I was. Hey! Stop it! It was cold outside. Imagine being outside for like a half an hour in the freezing cold. That was very messed up. Very messed up by him.
He was mad at you.
Did you play outside?
He was legit.
When you were a kid?
It was cold outside.
In general.
The emotions of the door not working. I'm cold. Ain't nobody at home. Imagine being locked out your own home for a half an hour after a long day of school. What would you do?
I understand that. Did you play outside
this
as
is
a
at
kid
like
very often?
This is at like 5 o'clock.
Yeah, probably.
Oh my god. I used to shoot basketball hoops.
I couldn't shoot. The garage was closed. I was standing outside freezing. It was cold. It was winter. The dead of winter.
Do you not have any neighbors you could go knock on the door?
Listen, bro, I was a child.
You're not a neighbor
okay?
guy.
I'm not a neighbor guy.
I was a child.
I'm not a neighbor guy. But really, side note, shout out to Baby Girl, because Baby Girl did also just send me something to let you all know. Environmental impact. Raking leaves and removing leaves can be bad for the environment. Leaves provide a habitat for wildlife, increasing...
because we all know you want wildlife at your house.
Raking leaves can also create waste and contribute to greenhouse gases. Lawn health. A thick layer of leaves can smother grass and prevent it from getting...
Yeah, that's
what I was talking about.
Oh, you can mow them. They say you should mow them.
Yeah, you can't leave them... so are you going to mow it then?
He ain't mowing grass.
You can't just
29th.
leave you can't just leave a full leaf smothering your grass.
Well, we'll find out next
He's
spring.
not going to have grass.
Find out next spring. We'll see if I have grass.
It's going to be spotted. It's going to be freckled. All the grass. Where the leaves
TBD, bro. TBD.
Why don't you? You might find that you love it.
Brad is actually starting to get really upset that he wants Kyle to do something about the leaves he's leaving.
I want you to take control of your kingdom.
I'm gonna hire
Kyle.
you, Brad. I'm gonna hire you on GP, general principal. You just come over, you rake the leaves, just come by. We'll make you some hot.
I'm pretty costly.
No, do it for free.
GP.
No, I won't do it for free. I don't even do it. I pay Nate to do it.
Yeah.
So you don't even do it. You're a fraud.
Wait, you don't do your own leaves?
Yeah, I pay Nate. That's my.
Wait a minute.
You just told us in the break.
But no, it's no. I cut the branches.
You just said this was your favorite chore.
No, I didn't say that. I said cutting the limbs and chopping those up. I don't do my leaves. I have Nate do that.
See?
But you just said if there's 2 leaves that you have to...
That's why I said I have to stop. I had to hire somebody else because it drove me crazy.
Now that's some rich people stuff.
But I take care of it. I don't leave it undone.
Brad
Kyle.
did it. He tried it for one.
I was like, I can't do this again.
He been in this house for 3 years.
You're softer than Kyle.
I'm calling you in, Nate.
You quit. I just didn't try.
I did. I did it once, and I was like,
I don't deserve the wind blowing my leaves back at my house after listening to these 2 dinguses.
I didn't quit. I didn't even try.
Tell us about 3 Tree Marketing, because you just gave us a good marketing pitch that was false. They'll give you a marketing pitch that's true.
Yeah, I mean, leading the people in your life and in your company's life world to know what your brand is. That's what 3 Tree Marketing does. They're going to showcase your brand. 3 Tree Marketing does so much to tell your company's story. That's what marketing is, after all. So might as well leave it to the experts to make sure that new teammates, business partners, specialized gifting, onboarding kits, anybody in your business's world, they're going to be told exactly who you are through specialized gifting. And that is 3 Tree Marketing's expertise. It's an opportunity to showcase what your brand is all about and really convey the message and the powerful message that your company is and what your brand represents. 3 Tree Marketing thinks outside the box and becomes an extension of your team. 3 Tree Marketing can and will take your company to the next level. See what 3 Tree Marketing can do for you today, and set an appointment at 3treemarketing.com.
Becoming relevant with Alex Strofe. It's time to hear from our guy, Mr. Strofe, next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman.
These hands are not made for fixing anything in the house. I'll make a phone call, and I'm cheap, but I ain't that cheap. I got my guys. Got my handyman. Shout out to Chris. Under the table.
Just like that. Dude's getting audited now.
Yeah.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Trouble in the Zoo interchange. We have the ramp from northbound 894 to eastbound 94 closed right now because of a crash. So you'll need to avoid that area. If you can, you'll have to either head east on Greenfield Avenue and get on at 84th Street or beyond. So be careful with that. The westbound side is going to be slow from 16th Street all the way to about Hawley Road. Southbound 43 backing up from Silver Spring down to Capitol. Back on the brakes from Locust all the way down through the Marquette over the high-rise bridge. More delays then heading down towards the KK River. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Mostly cloudy, windy, a low of 66. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, windy, and warm. Evening and night storms, a high of 78. Weather's brought to you by the Corners of Brookfield. Head to the Corners for all of your gifting needs and find something for everyone at any of their 30-plus restaurants and retailers. thecornersofbrookfield.com. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football season. Best time of the year and my favorite time of the year. This is ESPN Wisconsin's Brad Nortman. On game days, my favorite teammate is a cold carbless in my hand. Premium cocktails in a can made right here in the great state of Wisconsin. Maybe it's when I'm at the tailgate ahead of kickoff or getting ready at home for the game. Carbless is there. 0 sugar, 0 carbs, and gluten-free. Carbless features classic cocktails like margarita, Paloma, and even Moscow Mule, and vodka cocktail flavors like cranberry, lemon, and peach. Find it on your next grocery trip. Carbless. Less is more.
ESPN Milwaukee's Gabe Neitzel. I've spent a while telling you about Mentality because it works. Not just for me, though. Take it from fellow Mentality user Jason. He's got a new lease on life thanks to Mentality.
Process was easy. It really, truly was. And the individuals that work at Mentality, very helpful, very respectful. It was an easy out. You go in a week after, they give you the results right away. And once you find that you're able to do it, just that thought, the energy already picked up a little bit. Most of it could have been mentally wise, but knowing that, hey, I get to start this, it was incredible.
Learn more today at LowTUSA.com.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
We're trying to figure out whether or not Brian Daboll can prove John Mara right by the vote of confidence that he got from the owner. And I thought that the Giants came out with the right mentality in this game. I did not think that Giants team was going to be able to run the ball, but the Giants ran the ball 25 times for 157 yards. So they had the requisite balance that it takes in order to give yourself a chance against that Steelers defense. It just comes down to the quarterback being able to play relatively clean football. And Daniel Jones, unfortunately, when it comes to turnovers, is a guy that you can set your watch to it because he's going to give them to you. And that's what we got on the last 2 Giants possessions. We ended up getting a fumble. Then we ended up getting a pick to Beanie Bishop that ends up sealing the game. So while I try to defend Daniel Jones a lot of times by acknowledging all of the other issues, other deficiencies that this Giants offense has, last night was on him.
At the Home Depot, we know Saturdays are for college football. That's why we have everything you need to never miss a play, like Bear Dynasty interior paint, their most durable one-coat hide paint ever. From a team color statement wall to a fan cave, complete with a mural honoring Nick Saban's 17-year dynasty.
Hey, I like that idea.
Nothing beats Bear Dynasty interior paint. It's everything you need all in one can.
Defend your game time with Bear and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Valid only when intended to colors from the Bear Dynasty and Marquee Interior One Coat Hide Color Collection.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
You're listening to Kyle, Brust, and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
To the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend. Tune in to Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production. Marcus and his son Chris, a 1995 UCLA Hoops champ himself, talk about everything happening in the Bucks world and are joined by some of the biggest names in basketball. Plus, they'll answer some of your questions as well. Stay on the beat of the Bucks. Find Here District now, bucks.com/plus, PLUS, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman. That was the voice of Alex Strofe, and it's time for him to shine in becoming relevant.
Hey, Mr. Irrelevant, it's time to become relevant. Strofe's time to shine on KBN starts now.
Brad, did you just smell your armpit?
No, I had I just went to the bathroom and washed my hands, but they're still a little bit wet. I had an itch on my eye. So it was like a long eye itch, and then it felt really good, so I just kept it there.
Why don't you just wipe your hands on your shirt?
I don't. You know how these bathrooms are. I'm not trying to put these hands in my eyes.
That's a good point.
I said, okay. Oh, you didn't use soap.
I washed my hands and everything, but the air dryer never gets them completely dry. And all I can think about is KBN Nation telling me that air dryers even make your hands dirtier. So I don't know. I
you got a lot going on in that noggin.
Yeah,
he does.
It was a lot happening.
Your body is truly a temple.
Sure is. Nothing. No outside villain is working its way into this body.
The sexiest man alive 2024 Reader's Choice poll results are in, fellas. I know you've been waiting for this.
Yeah, who is it?
Sexiest talk show host.
Oh, wow. I might have been on that list. If I got in shape, I don't know.
How about Mark Consuelos from Live with Kelly and Mark? You guys familiar with his work?
Yeah.
He's married to Kelly Ripa.
Yeah, it's a little duo
Deserving?
right there.
Jimmy Fallon took second.
Oh,
Jimmy's
on.
ugly.
I could have been on this list for sure then.
That's just women finding people funny, attractive. That's just what that is.
Mario Lopez third.
Okay,
He's
Slater.
attractive.
AC Slater, I see ya.
Okay, yeah, there you go. There's your top three. How about let's go to the sexiest podcast hosts?
Joe Rogan?
No, Joe's not sexy.
Jason and Travis Kelce win that award.
Oh, my God. This is a popularity contest.
This is stupid.
That's the last thing they need.
Coming in third place is Josh Peck from Drake and Josh.
Oh, come on.
What?
He for sure looks different.
And a new category this year from People Magazine, sexiest first-time dad.
Ben Brust.
You might as well.
I know. Robert Pattinson from Twilight winning that one.
Okay, he's dashing.
Taking second, not Ben Brust either. Justin Bieber.
Oh, I forgot he's a father.
Okay.
He had the little droopy eye, too.
You guys going to submit your votes for sexiest? Who's the sexiest man alive? They cannot be in this room.
I don't know. I don't really keep track of sexy men.
I mean, I know a hot guy when I see one, but I'm not looking. You know what I mean? Like, if they pop up, I'm like, yeah, he's handsome.
That goes through your mind, huh?
I feel like Michael B. Jordan's going to win again, right?
He's not that attractive.
Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds is a good take.
Ryan Reynolds?
I honestly have no idea. I don't know who attractive men. Throw some out there.
I said Michael B. Jordan. You said no?
He's attractive, but I seen him as a kid. Like, yeah, if he wasn't famous, he'd just be a regular guy.
What about Ryan Reynolds?
He has some chiseled, nice face. I just honestly, for real, I've been saying this for a very long time.
Chiseled, nice face.
I've been saying this for a while. I truly believe for all of us, if I was famous, like rich and famous, women would think I was a hot guy too. I'll be a heartbreaker.
A name that won Best Tattoos, who's also up for Sexiest Man Alive, is Jeremy Allen White. He's the lead character in The Bear.
I don't know.
He was Lip and Shameless.
Oh, he looks ugly in my first
he's a
thing.
guy that I don't think is particularly attractive.
I would agree with you on that one. Yeah.
That's just someone that is playing a kind of a tough role.
Like the whole funny thing, the funny guy thing. What's the guy that everyone Pete Davidson?
Oh, he's not attractive.
Yeah.
Zac Efron. He was a
Zach's a looker.
Well put together brother.
Okay, anyway, that's enough on sexy men for the time being. Let's move to this, and I actually want to bring in Maddie Hayes, who is our social media coordinator. I found out she ordered
Extraordinaire.
Manager?
Extraordinaire.
Okay, all the same
Manager.
thing. Wouldn't you
Does
say it's all
Maddie
the same
manage
thing?
us? When it
Do
comes to
Hell
social
you
no.
media?
manage us?
Do you manage?
Yes, I manage all of it.
Okay. Manage our
I know the
social-
management training regimen.
I am technically a manager.
Okay, anyway. Maddie, you were telling me in the commercial break, you purchased something from Homer's favorite website. We're not going to say what the website
Timu.
I was trying to avoid everybody's phone.
I get nonstop
So,
Timu.
Maddie, you ordered what from Timu?
I ordered a bed and a mattress and a mattress pad.
And how much in total was this?
About $300.
Okay, would you guys trust that at all?
No. That's going to come back the size of like Elf.
Especially a bed, right? I mean, like you spend hours upon hours on it.
They deliver a bed?
Yeah, they did.
Queen size?
Queen size.
Wait, did it arrive already?
Yeah.
How does it feel?
So comfortable.
Wait a minute. I need a picture of this bed.
Something's up.
The only funny thing is that it came all like together, wrapped up, and I didn't realize it would spring open. So when I cut it open, it trapped me under it.
Oh, no. How'd you survive?
My roommate had to move the mattress.
Oh, thank goodness they were there.
Thank gosh she was there.
That's a tragic way to go.
We need QC kinetics real quick around here.
Yeah, no kidding. Joint pain. What was Timu like your first shopping location for this? What
By the way,
led you to want
I
to?
can't sleep on a bed like a bed that I'm gonna live on. You need to try it.
She's still young. She doesn't
this
understand the
is someone who's in their
comfortable.
20s.
Yeah.
Doesn't appreciate a bed yet.
Well, what's the old saying? You should spend money on your shoes, tires, and bed, because that's where you spend your most time.
Yeah.
Shoes, tires, and bed.
Or is it couch? I think it's bed.
Yeah, bed. Shoes, tires, and bed. That
Because
makes
that's
sense.
what you spend all your time on.
I would guarantee my bed is more comfortable than all of your guys' beds.
promise you.
It is really comfortable.
Now we're
I
just
can
having a comfy
guarantee you
off.
it's not.
Yeah,
as
I
comfortable
can
as mine.
guarantee you the.
I got a Tempur-Pedic.
Oh,
I got a nice bed from Verlo. It is
Cool.
V11 Plush King.
Ooh, Verlo's pretty good
Wow.
too.
Oh, a king,
Yeah.
huh? I got mine from
Wow.
Steinhoffel's, and it is amazing. Shout out to Steinhoffel's.
Maybe Steinhoffel's will be my next stop.
Mine's in storage. So I don't have much in this topic.
How's the floor?
The couch is comfy. You get a couch. Anyway.
I don't think I could sleep in a couch again.
That's all you had for us?
Well, yeah, we got to get to John Anderson. We're running late. I have more for you if you'd like, but
Is it any good?
well, we're running late.
That was kind of a bad becoming relevant.
It's interesting. It was men in beds. Yeah, I guess when it came out that way.
When you put it that way,
sequence.
that is exactly what we talked about.
Wow.
John Anderson. Next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
I said, baby, we got to do more sucking. And so I called the company. I said, listen, y'all put this thing in here. Y'all need to come on.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Every big pitch.
It's gone! Francisco Lindor!
Every big hit.
It's gone! Ohtani!
Every big play.
It's gone! It's a grand slam! Thomas!
ESPN Milwaukee is your home for the hottest action on the diamond this baseball postseason.
It is out of here! There's the home run for John!
Tune in all postseason long on the way to the Fall Classic, right here on 94.5 ESPN and streaming on the Wisconsin On Demand app.
The kick is up and wide left.
Why don't they customize the goalposts? Make them wider.
Gina Della from Pella, how'd you get into the booth?
And why just yellow? Add some green stripes.
Sure, Gina. Should they also remove the G at midfield and paint a Pella crest?
Okay, Wayne, you can't customize a football game to go the way you want, but Pella can customize your home the way you want.
Right now, get 0% interest for 60 months.
Visit PellaWI.com.
Hold your appointment on or before November 8th. Certain restrictions apply.
Come to Kessler's and be greeted by an owner of the store.
We're America's largest employee-owned jewelry company.
Okay, but as a customer, what does that mean to me?
For one thing, it means you get to see every possible diamond choice.
Kessler's has diamonds from diamond mines and created diamonds from plasma chambers.
You can choose from 1,400 loose diamonds.
And every style of engagement ring ever designed.
Okay, I'm convinced. And no other store can show you a Kessler 81.
With 81 facets instead of just 57. It wins the Sparkle contest every time.
I'm convinced. And no other store has the Kessler Princess Cut.
Or the exclusive Kessler's Emerald Cut or Kessler's Square Radiant Diamond.
I give up.
And when you want to tell her that you love her twice as much today as the day you married her.
Kessler's has big anniversary diamonds that can be twice as big as the one in her engagement ring.
Kessler's is unique in all the world.
So what do you say to all that, Sarah?
Welcome to Kessler's.
They say seeing is believing, and when you see what's inside at American Place Casino, you better believe you're gonna love it. Because when it comes to amazing gaming, we're a real game changer. With the most exciting of table games like blackjack, craps, and roulette, the newest slots, a sportsbook, restaurants, bars, and more. So if you're ready for excitement, we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game.
Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER, 1-800-426-2537.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff. We like sports 7 days a week. We like things uncomplicated and uncompromising. Like an award-winning men's grooming experience from Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Open 7 days a week, even Sundays. Walk in anytime, and before you know it, our talented stylist will bring you back to a simpler time. A time when you were handsome and clean. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men in Oak Creek on Howell Avenue, just south of Putes Road. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
It's time for the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Marquette fans, join David Joplin and Chase Ross at the Sussex Piggly Wiggly on Friday, November 1st at 7 p.m. Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig.
Well, the regular season is fast approaching for Marquette men's basketball, and the Golden Eagles are looking to improve upon their third-round appearance in the NCAA tournament last season. However, they'll have to do it without Tyler Kolek and Oso Ighodaro. Here's head coach Shaka Smart.
With Tyler and Oso moving on, it certainly is going to be an evolution for us, players and coaches, to figure out exactly with this group what the right way is to maximize who we have and to really reach our upper limit.
The season tips off on Monday, November 4th. It's Marquette against Stony Brook. Catch the action right here on your home of Marquette basketball all season long, 94.5 ESPN.
This has been the Marquette Minute on 94.5 ESPN. Join Chase and Chop at Sussex Piggly Wiggly Friday, November 1st at 7 p.m. Piggly Wiggly, shop the pig. This is Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
John Anderson, the professor, joining us here on Kyle Brust and Nortman. Be honest, I don't have any idea how Mizzou did this weekend. Not good, I take it by that laugh.
That's because they didn't at all.
Bye week?
They just didn't. No, they got hammered by Alabama.
That's right.
Hammered.
They scored a point, did they?
Gee. Hammered. Yes, that is correct. They did not score a single point, which makes winning nearly impossible.
To say the least. That's kind of how I feel is if Kyle Wallace gets his way and Jordan Love sits and Malik Willis has to play quarterback against the Detroit Lions. Can you agree with me, John, that if Malik Willis is the quarterback, the Packers are not beating the Lions? The Lions are a wagon.
The Lions are a wagon, but I will tell you this. Malik Willis is the MVP of this team right now. He is the team MVP. They lose 3 games without him. I don't know if they lose 3 games, but he has won them 3 games. Game 2, Game 3, and then he took this one out of the fire despite Matt LaFleur doing everything he could to not let him until he was forced to let him win. Right? He was just, okay, we're going to pump it. Worked great. We scored a touchdown. Everything looks good. Defense decides that's too fun. They're going to go ahead and give you a little taste of some Barry collapsing.
Literally, the thing you hate most about this defense is in that moment, just the one time you want to stop.
right? End of the half. You know what? What we should do is after we've scored, instead of putting the clamps on them, you know what? Let's just loosen up and let them get a quick field goal by throwing it down the field like they're on a 7-on-7 passing drill. And then Willis, who's just, here's safe throws. Finally, got an open guy. He's got to make the read, sees the busted coverage, is 50 yards, boom, they win the game. The dude has, if there's any season here, this dude has saved all of it.
Well, Malik will.
Now, it doesn't mean I want him starting. I still think we should go with the guy that they're paying a lot of money to. But without this guy, and we're all like, what are we getting here? Like, we're just getting the Titans cast off, and the Titans are terrible. That guy right now is the most valuable player on that team.
Wow, I mean, powerful take right there, John, but it's hard to argue against it. Malik Willis has thrown no interceptions in his 4 games he's at least made an appearance. I guess 3 primarily. You can't really count the last game or the first game of the season. Jordan Love, however, he's thrown at least 1 interception every single game that he's played in so far. Yep. Are you reaching the level to where you're concerned about his interceptions?
No, I'm just fed up with it. Like, he's still talented. He overcomes most of it, but I'm like, dude, at some point, go ahead. Let's just not do that. Like at some point, like a game or two, it's okay. That happens. Maybe it bounces off a guy's hands. They're not always the quarterback's fault. A lot of these are his fault. So
okay, let's slow down with the slander, John. Let's slow down with the slander. I said I can't accept any slander on Jordan Love, so let's slow down with the Love slander.
Yeah, and that's just so lame.
Slandering him.
Yeah.
His 8 interceptions are slandering the man. That's all. I just would like it to be a little better. That's all. That I require you to do the job to the best of your ability is. I don't know that that's an unreasonable demand.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. But John, you and I love to celebrate the Green Bay Packers victory, but you got to tell me. Which one gave you just a little bit of a bigger smile this weekend? Was it watching Brandon McManus kick it through to escape the Jags, or was it watching the Chicago Bears think they're gonna have a victory only for Jaden Daniels and the Washington Commanders to have a Hail Mary fall into Noah Brown's hands and just kill him? Oh no, we lost John.
It was a pretty good question.
Buenas noches, Chicago!
Man, you were just building up that. I could feel John brewing on the other side.
I know John was going to
and I love that you gave him a little bit extra time to brew on it, because if he's got enough time, he's going to come up with a 800-990-3776. John, you should be listening. No, we'll get John Anderson back, but in the meantime, I would just love if I had the power to just play the Buenos Noches Chicago over and over and over and over again.
It will never get old. I'm telling you this. It would never get old. I can watch this 5 years from now, and I will probably just laugh at the fact that the Bears fans have to
Buenos Noches Chicago. Welcome back, John Anderson. John Anderson, did you catch the question from Kyle?
I did, and I will not take slander against Matt Eberflus, and so I hung up. So the running joke we had when he was the defensive coordinator for Missouri, and listen, he is a decent human being. His daughters are wonderful. His wife is lovely. They're such a great family. But we used to, because like if you got 3rd and 16 on the 28, we're like, the 16 is not the problem, it's the 28, and they'd score. And so we used to joke that Eberflus is Greek for he's open behind you.
Oh, wow.
And so when that happened, that's all I could think about, and I got like 9 texts from Missouri buddies, and they're like, I'm sorry, what does Eberflus mean? And we're like, he's open behind you. So, like, that was just so on brand. And because he'd been in the pros, I hadn't seen it in a while, but it's good to see that little dig continues to stand up all these years later. But I tell you what, it's not that your heart goes out to these guys, but you do realize, it's amazing to see the look on both sides of the faces of how quickly that thing can change, and to have to live with that for a week has just got to be absolutely, it's just so painful. I'm with you. I'm totally fine with.
As John Anderson joins us here on Kyle Brust and Nortman, before he joins the Homer Hour with Alex Strofe. Man, back-to-back days for all of you wonderful, loyal listeners. Do you have a household chore that you enjoy doing?
I don't know if it's considered a household chore, but I love to mow my lawn, and I love to shovel my driveway.
Ooh,
shovel driveway. Fascinating.
Lawn, I can get the satisfaction. You're going to pull your back one of these days, John. You're not going to like option B.
Yeah, but so far 59, I'm good. It's peaceful out. The snow when it's over. Usually it's dark. It's clear. You can see the stars. Yeah, I love. There's something really peaceful and relaxing that I love to shovel my driveway. I hope it gets right in that right accumulation where it does need to be shoveled, but it's not like 9 inches and then I got to bust out the snowblower.
John, Halloween.
So I like to do that.
Sorry to interrupt. Halloween, 2 days from now.
Yeah.
What's the Halloween experience, trick-or-treating at the Anderson residence? Let's say I'm a little trick-or-treater. I go up to the door. Ding dong. What am I expecting when I trick-or-treat at the Anderson residence?
Well, listen, when you come in 2 days from now, you're going to find an absolutely empty house. You're like, wait, these people aren't really home because the trucks are here today and tomorrow moving.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like I'm in an echo because I'm in this just big empty room right now. So there'll be nothing when it's here. Other than that, we're good. We're not like a full candy bar neighborhood. We just be nice. We're generous when it comes through. The people across from us have an absolute zoo of a Halloween decoration thing. It's a little like 1 15-foot skeleton is enough, but sometimes 4, I guess, are better.
What if somebody scoffed at your candy? Because I had this happen, not to me, but at a house I was at. These kids came up and scoffed at the candy. Would you give them candy?
Sure. Yeah, that's okay. Listen, like you're 8. Everyone's got a little rogue in them at 8. That's okay.
John.
It's a big night. It's a big night. You're hoping for good stuff. You can't mask your disappointment when that happens.
Be better at the house. Be better with candy.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's certain bars. Like, listen, everybody knows. Don't give away bit of honey. That's just dumb. You're asking for that.
Bit of what?
Bit of honey. Wow,
Yeah,
that's a pull right there.
It's probably that's why they're probably out of business, right? Come correct, and then I don't have to be that way. Okay?
Actually sounds delicious.
Ooh, look, here's pennies. Thanks. Or some other kind of, old person crispy snack. You don't want that. Go to that house. They're giving away Werther's Originals. 2. Come on.
You can go ahead and take 2 Werthers if you'd like, Sonny.
There you go. Have them both.
I'm Googling bit of honey now.
What is it like, Kyle?
It looks like
you'd have to go out of your way to have bad candy nowadays. Don't you think? I mean, they basically sell those.
Oh, nerd gummy clusters. You just give those to everyone.
Can't do that.
They'll get hooked. John, we appreciate the time. Best of luck with Alex Strofe as he'll be leading the charge from 5 to 6. And will I listen on my drive home? I will.
Oh, I've
love
seen
you, Alex
these
Strofe.
before.
You like them?
I don't know. They look like someone might have. I don't think I tried it, but it looks like something.